So, welcome to a new exciting episode of Cloudy with a Slight Chance of Dragons, where we've been on a horrible hiatus for a terribly long time. But our heroes still managed to do some stuff last session, although it was quite short. So they did manage to make a bloodbath of King's Court.
Oh yeah.
And the king himself, of course.
Oh yeah.
Then they traveled to an icy region, to the town of Karadum, where they did some shopping and met some local folks. Although Etix was not there because she was quite stranded in time for some reason. I don't know why would it be so, but hey. Time can be very tricky. When he actually managed... Oh, was it she? Yes. I'm sorry. I'm not that familiar with insect things. So yes, when she managed to actually get her way to the portal, there wasn't any Agrathal dangling around. So she just decided to follow them and ended up on the trail to the town. Although it was guarded and she wasn't looking like any humanoid thing, so she decided to hijack a wagon with a traveling caravan, murdered several people, enslaved others with wonderful poisons of mind controls, and her trusty cook peasant, Robin, was even more horrified of his new mistress. So the caravan disguised her and hid her in a whole bunch of fruits that they were carrying, and managed to smuggle her centipede body into the city itself, where she managed to find out that locals did actually see a lizard man and elf who weren't really dressed appropriate to the weather, and stayed at the wonderful Big Horn's Inn. So that's where the caravan headed, and that's where Etix wants to actually get to. So how is she going to do that?
Alright. So if I remember correctly, the caravan that I sacked was like, it was either delivering bananas.
Fruits. A whole bunch of fruits, and yes, there were some bananas.
So would it be possible for me to curl up in a basket? Is there a basket big enough for Etix to curl up in?
I would say there's some crates big enough for you, yes.
So they're closed and you have to pry them open, I imagine?
Oh, yes. Get the fruits out.
Alright, I'm going to talk to my my friend. What's his name again? Does he have a name?
You mean the
servant?
peasant cook?
Yeah, the peasant cook.
His name is Robin.
Yeah, I'm like probably deep in the caravan, and I whispered to him. Has this caravan stopped at this point?
Of
Or are we
course,
still
of
moving?
course.
Okay. I say to him, I say, do I have any money on me actually? Because I might need to buy something right now. All right. Yeah, those other people are my friends too.
Yes, 5 of them, of course.
Yeah.
They should have.
I say, I tell my friend, the first word's always the hardest. I'll get into it. I say, hey, your name, I never got it.
And you talking to the leader, yes?
No, I'm talking to my peasant.
Oh, peasant. And she's just like, Robin, it's Robin. Yes. Do you want me to cook some fruits for you? You do eat fruits, right? Not people. Not people. Yes.
Etix shakes her head and folds her arms. I do, but it is rather cold outside. I need something to cover me up. Perhaps a dress will do. A large one.
Dress.
I nod.
I'm not sure I'm good with dresses. yes. I can fashion you a robe, maybe?
She says, big enough to cover this, and I gesture towards my lower half.
And he's like, two ropes? One for the top and the other for the bottom?
If I like curl a little bit at the bottom, like, make my segments form either a circle or like a U shape, would it be possible for me to cover myself with a single robe?
It would be really difficult.
Yeah.
You would be able to do this, but every time you move around, it would be a danger to just reveal parts of it.
Yeah.
I got no better plans, so I nod and I say, yes, that will do. If you find anything better, bring it here.
He's like, so, do you want me to steal some ropes?
And I say, I hadn't thought of that. Yes, currency, a mortal means. Ask the others if they can fetch one for me.
Of course. Sure. And he walks to one of the guys who seem to be in a drug haze or something. They're just like, and he walks to them. He says, so we need to buy a robe? And they're like, yeah, man, a robe. It would be nice. And he's like, two ropes. And he's like, oh yeah, two. Both for me and for you. I like pink ones.
I speak up and I say, perhaps ask someone more cohesive.
And he's just like, maybe the big guy. The big guy didn't seem to take too much poison. Yeah. And he walks to a very fat merchant. And he's just like, hello, sir. We need two ropes. Two ropes for the lady here. Yeah. And the merchant is like, oh, yes, the robes. I haven't thought about that. Yes, it's quite cold. What robes do you need? I think the third one would do. Yes. So, we need to go to the market. Yes. Of course. Lads, just start the wagon. We're moving to the market. We're gonna sell the fruits and maybe buy a couple of robes because our friend here is in need of some clothing. Come on, chop. And the wagon starts moving. Meanwhile, Agatha, you wake up in your tavern room.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, and as far as I can remember, you, along with Dalen, were in the same room, right?
Yeah, I think so, yes.
Yes. And when you woke up, there's no Dalen. For some reason. There's no note left, like, I've gone to fetch my wonderful arrows with bells on them. Nah, there's no such note. Something strange is around, and you smell sulfur in the air. A very familiar smell for you.
Smells like hell. Enlen!
I think the panther is also gone.
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
Not again. Well, I hope he will come back this time again.
It's very, it's quite obvious, but would still, leave the room and, ask, I think Ingrid was her name.
Yes, Ingrid.
Yeah.
The barmaid.
Go down to the main room and look for Ingrid. Maybe she saw him somewhere.
Yeah. So you go down into the main area of the tavern, And there's Ingrid there, alright. She goes around, gives people foods and drinks. She sees you, and you go to her. What do you ask?
Miss, did you see my elven companion? Did he go out?
Aye, yeah, she went here and she said that, she's a friend of yours, so I didn't catch her name really. Couple of big guys with her, then they got out with your friend, probably to some, fishing trip, although it's winter here, why would they go to a fishing trip? I don't know, see, there's a lot of things on my mind, just yeah. He's gone with a lady, just, yeah.
Oh, a lady. Do you know what lady this was?
I don't know.
You know her?
Nah, never seen her. She had a very fancy robe. Quite fancy. Maybe she was a mage, I don't know.
Mages. Always good for a trick, those are. Huh. Well, thank you.
Nah, don't mention
I will
it.
search for him.
Alright. So, are you be staying more nights?
Akuratar is scratching his chin because he doesn't really know whether Deadland is gone completely.
Maybe. I will, let you know during the day whether we stay another night. Depends on whether I find my friend.
Alright. Just decide until the dawn, alright?
Yeah.
Okay. Good day to you.
Good day.
And I guess I will. I mean, it sounds quite unusual because I didn't know that Denland is known to women in robes. But hey, I mean, he's an elf, so I don't know.
It is really unusual.
I mean, I would, I go out, I grab my cloak, wrap it around me, and would leave the inn and maybe go outside to. Maybe someone else got any information about this strange robe woman and the guys who want to go fishing with Denland.
Yes, and I would say that I think you would visit the smithy because you need to grab your armors.
Yeah.
I would say so. And I hope you did pay attention to what tags did you remove and what tags did you keep and so on.
I guess so. I mean,
I hope so.
I changed it in my inventory, so I'm quite sure it is correct now. So
Cool. All right. So the wagon with Ijix on board manages to get to the market, and they start unloading the crates and making a makeshift shop of sorts.
I'm looking at the floor as they remove all these objects. Do I feel as though I could? Do I feel as though I could place down like a rune, aka make this a place for a word of recall?
Yeah, you could.
Etex ponders this, but she, for the most part, is shivering in the corner.
Yeah, and Robin, who also doesn't have any good clothes for winter, he just breathes at his hands like.
Yeah. We wait. I wait at least.
Okay, so people start to yell at the crowd like, come on, buy exotic foods and fruits from distant lands, the things you've never tasted before.
Do I get the feeling that like they took all the stuff out of the caravan, so no one's going to be poking their heads inside, are they?
Probably, yes.
Wait, they probably will be poking their heads inside?
No. I mean, no customers would probably be poking their heads in.
Okay. Is it dark in here?
A little. There's a candle.
It's a candle.
Yeah, they left it. Well, they needed some illumination to just pick up the crates.
Okay, so if all the stock is out, I want to move the candle to the back of the caravan so that if someone is looking in, like, it's just a silhouette of myself and Robin, yeah?
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
And Agrata, you also hear the wonderful screams of merchants who brought exotic foods into this icy wasteland.
Exotic fruits. Maybe they know something about exotic women in robes here.
I would. I mean, my plan was overall to go back to the market and find someone. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Did you see a pointy-eared man with a big bow and a panther?
I mean, if I remember correctly, there are only humans so far in the
Yes,
things, so
only humans.
Then should have been noticed if he came by.
Of course.
There, so
Of course. So, what do you ask of people as you walk around the market?
Hey, you've seen an elf?
and I gesture to. I mean, I have no real ears, but I try my best to mimic.
And you try to mimic pointy ears, and they look at your face and you're like, "Whoa! Mate, what happened to you? Your face is all green and scaly. Hey, aren't you, like, contagious or something?"
What? Well, I do. No. Well, I'm searching for an elf. Elf.
Why would you need an elf?
Ears.
You think
They're
an
not
elf is
contagious.
gonna help with your face?
I'm quite a bit unsure because everyone talks to me like that, and then try to finger around in my face.
Oh, there's nothing wrong. What? I'm searching for an elf. An elf. You understand?
Actually, like, yeah. I knows what the elf does, but, hey, why would you search an elf in the air? I mean, we're a human town.
Yeah, he's a stranger like me, and I know him, so I have to take care of him that he's doing nothing stupid. Sort of.
Strangers, eh?
Yeah.
Too many strangers these days, you know?
Yeah, I know.
Caravans and fancy fruits. Who needs this shit? All we need is a good deal from a local lake. You know?
Yeah.
All the fishermen know this place.
I just wondering, do I overhear this conversation or no?
I would say you could.
Okay.
I mean, you would definitely hear a guy just gasping and talking about a green face.
Yeah. I'm just trying to understand what I'm experiencing. Okay, continue.
Alright, and the guy is just... I mean... There's some mages in town, there's some half-breeds in town, just... Why would you go here?
Yeah, I mean, I want to leave, though, but at first I need the elfin guy, and I heard he was in the company of a mage woman.
Mage woman?
Yeah.
You mean a witch?
Maybe.
Oh.
Would be bad, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that would be. But you know, if you want to find the best witch in town, you should go talk to an old Greta. She knows the way about the runes and bones.
You know, and she might have an idea who this mysterious magic woman in a robe might be and where the elf is.
I think so. Greta knows lots of things. Even the things that people don't know about themselves.
Oh, that might be useful, so I will look for her. Where can I find her?
Just go past the market and right next to a chief's hut, there's gonna be a small shack. That's where Greta usually resides. See, the old chief, he values her advice. She manages to save our settlement from various things, especially from the snake himself.
Snake?
Yes. Haven't you heard about the snake? Oh, how did you manage to get here and not hear about the snake? Hey, laddie. He haven't heard about Jomungunda. How couldn't you hear about it?
No one told me, and I'm not the reading guy.
Reading? You mean you know how to read?
Of course, I know 20 languages.
That's why your face is green.
You're funny. Yeah, but what about the snake?
Well, see, every now and then, when the wind stops and the cold gets stronger, in the air there would be strange lights, especially during the winter time. And they change colors from one to the other, and they flow and twirl in the air. That's when you know that the snake is crawling around in the wasteland, and the light of the sun itself and the moon collide on his scaly back and illuminate back into the sky.
Sounds intriguing.
Yes, many people went to seek out the snake, but no one usually returns. There's been one guy. He's an old man right now, and he's been crazy since the day he went looking, and he's still crazy today. So, we don't go out on those nights.
So I guess I will visit old Greta then.
Yes,
Yeah.
you should go to her.
Yeah. What? Do you know when snake appears these days? I mean, it looks like it's winter here, so.
Well, no one can usually predict when the lights would come, but it mostly happens during the nights.
So I guess I will keep an eye out.
You should.
Him this. So, thank you, good sir. Here, have a coin for your kind information.
I toss him 1 gold piece.
Yeah. He catches it, checks with his teeth like, real gold. You be a generous one. Have a nice day and fix your face, will ya?
And Attack grins very broadly and nods to him, and then makes this way further.
All right.
Continues. And I guess I will after I got this information, I will head through the market to the at least in the direction of where he said the hut of old Greta would be.
Okay. And as you moving there, a strange person in a fur coat comes up to you and says, "Do you sell robes?"
I stop. I mean, he would be a little shorter than me, I guess.
Yeah, he's a little shorter. His eyesight is a little bit hazy, but he's still looking at you attentively. Like, what do you say?
I mean, at first I say nothing and make sure my purse is where it belongs to be. Because
It is.
you
It is.
never know.
Do I look like I'm selling clothes? What do you want from me, man?
And I may make a step back with the other hand to the hammer.
And yeah, and he looks at the hammer. He looks at the sword. He's just like, "So do you sell robes?"
Of course not. Who are you? What?
And he just sighs and starts moving away from you, just without you finishing the sentence. He doesn't pay any attention to you, just moves.
Yeah, I mean, I turn around and look back to him because I don't want to show my back to him. So,
What? Crazy people here. What the?
You see him walk up to another person and ask the same question, and the guy is just like, "Nah, I don't sell any robes. See if you..." And before he finishes the sentence, he walks up to another guy.
okay.
And yeah, you can watch this if you like. For a moment.
Yeah, at least for a moment. Yeah, then when he is far away enough, I would continue my way. But yeah.
Okay. And he takes the opening of the wagon just comes slightly to the side, and one of your new friends gets in with a small sack of monies, puts it down and says, "We sold some fruits, and I heard you didn't have money. Here you go, there's some."
Yeah, I think like she, I don't know how she feels about this actually. I guess she rubs her hands together a lot and she says, "Thank you." And she takes the coin and looks at him curiously, and she just inspects the bag for anything that might not be coin.
There's just coin in the bag.
Yeah, it's probably even hard for her to look through it because she's just shaking so much.
Yeah. It's around 98 coins if you start counting them.
Okay, cool beans. I tell him someone's already looking for robes for me.
Yep.
I don't think I really require anything else right now. But yeah, I just thank him and I say, "How can I make it up? You deserve something for your service."
And he's just like, what's your favor among the friends?"
I nod. "Yes, of course. I must return to the candle." And I retreat into the caravan for the warmth. I give my follower 10 coins, Robin.
Yeah.
If he's still in the cart? He is,
Yeah,
right?
he is.
Right.
He's also just keeping his very, very close to the candle.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Alright. So, Agrata, you do manage to cross the market unrobbed.
I mean, I would on the way I would look to what was his name, Old Cross, to the
Yes.
and fetch my armor if it is finished.
Okay, so you come up to an old cross, and he looks at you and he says, "Aye, you here for your armors?
Yeah.
It's ready. Look, and he shows you your armor. It looks even slightly polished,
Oh, nice.
and it has his signature on the thing.
I mean, if I remember correctly, he repaired my black normal armor I
Yeah.
wore because there was a strap loose,
Yep.
and
yep.
he re-smithed this fancy magic armor.
Yeah.
Okay.
He did.
So I mean, in this at this occasion, I would change to the fancy armor because it has now more armor than my.
Yeah.
does.
Yeah, it does. And you
quite
change to a
awesome.
fancy armor. It's a bit cold to the touch because, hey, there's winter. But you manage to just grip yourself together, put it on, then cover yourself with a fur coat. And he looks at you and he says, "Ah, good work. Still, would be a shame to see you die in that. Would you like a helmet?"
Oh, well. A helmet, you say?
Aye.
Continue, I'm interested.
I mean, your head is kinda weirdly shaped, but I can work something out. So, if you want a helmet that would actually match the armor, I would say 100 gold would suffice.
Sounds not bad. I mean, I would like to have a fitting helmet for the armor. Would look even more awesome, what do you think?
Yeah, but it's not about the look.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's about when you get hit in the face, you don't die.
I mean, in this moment, Ekrotar remembers several occasions with demons and stuff where. And yeah.
Well, I could sell you my old armor. Or,
The black one.
yeah, if you want it.
Yeah, it would be good. So, an armor for the helmet?
I think we have a deal there.
Good. So put it in the corner there, and get back for the helmet in the evening.
Yeah, I put I mean, it was quite a nice armor. So for a moment I think about what me and the armor went through, but I put it down and look quite satisfied at my new armor. So, and I nod to him.
Well then,
Okay.
till evening. Thank you, good sir.
Aye. Be back before the dark. It may be a shiny night today.
Yeah, I know it because now I know what you're talking about. So.
I will. See you again, my friend. Before dark. For the dark, night's dark and full of terror.
What?
I wink. Talking to myself.
Well, I thought that would be common here, but, well, obviously not.
Sometimes nights are not dark, and that's when you have to be careful. Have you ever heard about the snake?
Yeah, quite recently, actually.
Well, it's good that you know that. You do know that he eats people, right?
Oh, no,
Yes.
nope. I only thought they would be driven insane.
No, he eats them. All of them. I know a guy who actually managed to survive. The snake ate him, but he was too full. And after a couple of hours, he vomited him on the snow. He was covered in guts of his own friends. dripping wet, he came back, and he never spoke a word since.
I wonder why. Do you know where he lives now?
Somewhere on the south side of the city. I don't remember the guy's name, but he looks funny, and you see, his eyes are always twitching.
Well, I keep an eye open for that. Thank you for the tip.
Of course.
Yeah. And I guess I would leave the shop and continue my way to the other side of the market.
Of course. And when you start to warm up a little, Itix, the opening
Can
of
you repeat, please?
yes, when you start to warm up
Mm-hmm.
again near the candle,
Yep.
the wagon's opening once again moves aside, and you see one of your new friends with a stranger alongside him, and he says, "Lady, here's the guy. He says he sells robes." And the guy's just like, "Yeah, I do sell robes, but I mean, who are you talking to? Is there anyone in the wagon?"
Yeah. I say. Yeah, I say. I pass Robin the coins, and I say, "Make it a big one." And I gesture him towards to do the speaking for me.
Yeah, and Robin. Yeah, Robin is like, yes, sir. We would. I would need a big robe. A very big robe. Just like imagine there's two of me, and yeah, that big. And the guy who's making robes is just like, why would you need such a? I need the big robe. He's like, okay, it would cost you at least, well, almost 3 times as normal. I need a big robe, says Robin. Just a big one. I have the coins. And he just shows him the bag with coins. And he's just like, well, all right, you do have coins. Huh? Well, so, let's go outside and I'll show you the wares. And she's just like, can't we do it around here? I'm a bit cold. And she's just like, well, you can buy a small rope. Then you'd be warm. And we can fashion you a big rope. And he looks in the corner, like where you are, Itix. And he's just like, I don't know if I need 3 ropes.
So like, just so I understand the lighting situation, in my head, like, if I kind of crawled straight towards this man, would my back end be obscured enough by darkness that he wouldn't recognize my lower half, or no?
He wouldn't immediately recognize it if you just swill from one place to another. But if you spend some time talking to him, he would probably see that.
Yeah, it would dawn on him. Let me think here. So I have poison still. I have 1 golden root of bloodweed and 1 oil of tajit. I don't think I need to use it yet. Yeah, I'll crawl towards very slowly. I'll be like kind of as if I'm just crawling on the bottom of this wagon. You know? Like, you know, a person who's about to die or something. Not that dramatic, but you know.
Okay.
This isn't gonna work because I have antennas. At least according to the artwork. Okay. Yeah, I walk up to them and I try to keep my antennas like pulled back and still. I know they're probably visible.
So you crawling on the wagon's floor.
Yeah.
Trying to make your antennas look back.
Well, yeah, not to hide them, but like I got a plan. I think it's gonna suck.
Okay.
I crawl up and I say, "It's for me."
And she's like, "Oh God, you have a half-dead girl in your wagon!" And Robin comes up closer to him, and she's like, "Pay no attention to a half-dead girl." And no, there's no half-dead girl in the wagon.
I say, it's fine. I just need the clothing.
And the guy who makes ropes, he leans forward to you, just almost tries to touch you, and he's just like, "Are they beating you? Do you want me to call the guards?"
I say, no, I have no place to stay. The robes will
And
blankets as well.
then he actually gets really close to you, and you're starting to understand that he's about to understand what you are.
Yeah, I guess I kind of like retreat from him a bit as he like just like getting uncomfortably close to me. I say, I just kind of give him an odd look. I say, I'm fine for now.
And he's just like, "What did you do to her, people?" And Robin is just like, "Nothing, nothing. She's completely fine. Just she likes to lie around in the wagon. She likes that."
I say, it has been a weary travel.
Yeah, and she likes to lie around in the wagon, where it's not that cold. Yes, and yes, that's all about the cold. Yes. And the guy who makes ropes, like, "I'm not sure what you guys doing here, but I don't like it."
I say to him, I'm like, I say, I was in the wastes, the icy wastes, and they picked me up. I haven't had food for quite some time.
And
I've
he's just
only
like,
eaten recently.
"Oh, you barbarian pricks! You had a whole wagon of foods and you didn't give any to the poor girl!"
I say, listen.
And he is about to hit in the face the guy who stands next to him, the drugged guy, who just looks at everything blankly like, I mean, come on, he did his thing, he brought you a guy who sells ropes.
Yeah.
And he's about to get hit in the face. What do you
He's
do?
gonna punch the man. The right man with robes is about to punch the drunken dude.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I guess I say, like, I know, I said I ate recently. I tried to appeal to him. I say, this isn't necessary. Cut it out.
Well, if you want it to be effective, you can try to roll charisma, but it looks bad.
Holy shit.
Alright, instead, I want to cast silence on this place.
Okay, good idea.
Nice.
Let's see if you cast it.
Let's see if I do.
Nice.
I do.
Good job.
Alright.
Let's see. So per my embodiment thingy, I get to pick a consequence.
Yep. The consequence would be a very angry man.
Sort of.
This guy is overreacting. Let's see. Dispels other side effects. You may not cast it again. I think that's the pick. You may respond. Yeah, I'll be able to not cast it again until night's sleep.
Alright.
So I cast silence and I start to prepare, or actually I take out my like little bag.
And
golden root.
you see a fist connect to your friend's face.
Yeah,
Like
I see that.
a dull silence grips the wagon. Robin is opening his mouth, trying to say something. Nothing really happening. He's very confused. The guy who hit the guy in the mouth is also looking around, trying to understand what the fuck is happening. He's trying to say something. He
Meanwhile,
checks his ears.
I'm splashing golden root. Is it? I have to apply it to him, right? In his expertise he sees? Okay, so I think I lunge forward and I try to like, actually I just try to grab like his face and make him
Okay.
look at me as I apply golden root to him.
How do you apply golden root?
Can I just like put it onto my hand and then slap it on his face as I like try to get him to look at me?
See, the trick with golden root.
Yeah.
Applied means he has to, well, get it in. So if you want to pour it into his mouth, yes.
Is it so?
It's
let
not
me
touch.
double-check.
Touch would be if you touch it with the poison or anything smeared with poison, then it works. And
Oh.
applied works with you have to actually get it in. So
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Gotcha. Could I? How deep do I have to get it in?
well, get it in his mouth.
Like, I guess I'll
Make
do
him
that.
drink some.
Could I like just kind of like pierce his skin with my nails?
Not gonna work.
Not gonna work.
I mean, you can shove it up his ass if you don't like
No.
his mouth, but it's still gotta get
Nah,
in.
I have a little shank, right? Do I have a little shank? I don't think I do. I have.
You have claws, right? Doesn't you? Don't you?
Yeah, I have little centipede claws.
So
which will-
you wanna cut open his gut and put the...
No, I don't think injuring him would be the way to do it either. Yeah, I'll try to just like, I'll try to grab his face and get some in his mouth with my index finger.
Okay. So that would be one to grab the guy, and I would say since he doesn't know what's happening, you would grab him. He would be afraid. But to actually put poison in his mouth, that would be a trick. So how do you want to do this? Do you want to hold him still with the strength? Maybe wiggle around with some depth?
Wiggle. No, not wiggling. I'll definitely do it with some strength. Yeah, I'll just kind of like force his jaw open with one hand and just like, give him a taste with the other hand.
All right. Let's see how that works.
Yes, let's.
Nice.
Yeah, worked perfectly.
Alright.
And he gets something in his mouth, he starts to struggle a little bit, then after some moments he starts to just quickly blinking, just not understanding what's happening,
Yeah.
then he looks at you blankly.
I decast the silence spell at this point.
Okay. So you start to hear Robin like, my god, what is happening? We're all gonna die!
What? He says that? I say, no, it's not nearly that bad.
And she's just like, I can hear again. And he looks at you, he looks at the guy, he's just like, are you gonna eat him now?
What? I say, no, I'm not eating anyone. I look to the merchant man, and I say, all I need is a big enough robe or fabric to cover this. And sure, at this point, I'm point blank with him. Like,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
could see all of me.
Yeah. And he's just like, this is gonna take a lot of things, yeah.
So I was just thinking, actually, at a game, if I walk in a straight line and I have a long enough fabric, it won't be, like, confusing for me to walk around, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, it'll just be have a really long, like, piece of
probably.
cloth. Yeah, alright.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
continue.
it's still risky if somebody steps on it, but
Well, yeah, if someone steps on it.
yeah.
And
Or
they're
if
assholes.
somebody wants to rob you and they try to
Yes.
get
yes,
under
of
it,
course.
so yeah, there's a whole bunch of things that can go wrong.
Never. Nothing will go wrong.
So,
All right. So he says that I will go look for something. Yeah, I will go look.
I say my thanks. And I retreat into the back of the caravan, or the caravan if no one else has anything to say.
Robin just stands there for a second. You think he may be considering just like running or killing himself, something like that.
Yeah, if he looks that distraught, I say, come, Robin. Tell me of your well, apprehensions. It seems you are a little more than distressed.
And he's just like, the sound went out, and then he just, and then he put his head, and then he just, oh,
It's a meager spell.
it's a spell.
Yes.
Oh,
Like the one I used to save your life.
oh, that was painful. Yes, I remember. So do you do only painful spells?
I say, healing him was painful for him.
I mean, you did get out the sticks out of his guts and
That's
stuff.
true.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
crystal shards.
Yeah, I say, then I say, no, it was the removal of the. I draw in a deep breath. I don't think I should be explaining this to him, but peasants can be peasants. The shards within your body, that was what was painful. My magic mended your wounds, did they not? You are able, at least enough to be surviving these conditions.
He's just like, yeah, I guess, yeah.
As long as you are within my care, I will see to it that no harm comes of you. I will do my best, but I have many followers, you see. I just made one today.
Uh-huh.
You can leave if you like. I will not force you here.
I mean, I don't have money, and I can't actually farm icy wastelands, so,
Then it is settled. Come by the candle.
sure. Alright. So, by this time, Agratar, you managed to get to a very big hut. The 3-storied hut with a
Wow.
very big skull on top of it. You're not sure what creature that skull belonged to, but it sure was big and had some fancy teeth in his mouth. So, right next to the big chieftain hut, there's a very small shack. And there's a very tiny cone of smoke just elevating from the pipe.
Yeah, I mean, is there... there's a door of some sort, I guess?
Near the shack?
Yeah.
Yeah, when you actually get close to it, there's a small doorway, yes. It wiggles a little with the wind, probably not even closed properly.
In which part of the city is the hut? Is it in the south, like the guy said, the weird
Nope.
map?
It's
Okay.
in the middle of the city.
Oh, okay.
The hut is basically built right next to a chieftain's hut.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, okay, makes sense. Yeah. Is there someone around outside? I mean, I guess no guards or stuff like that.
you look around, there's actually not too many people outside. Well, when you look at chieftain's hut, yes, there are,
Yeah,
of course,
yeah.
guards. 4 of them, to be precise. But next to the old shack? Nah, no guards there.
Yeah, I would step to the door and knock. Might be appropriate.
Yeah, you knock to the door. It wiggles a little. You see somebody is inside. And when you knock another time, the door opens. And there's a freckled young boy in there. And he looks up to you and he says, "Room's taken. What do you want here? Go wait outside.
When I see the boy, I grab at my purse and make sure it's secured. And I look at him for a moment and
I don't want to rent a room. Someone told me an old lady should be here. Old Greta? Maybe?
Well, Greta's here, all right. And she's busy. Get in line. There's too much of you today. And he just closes the door and gets inside.
I look around. So,
Yeah, there is no line.
is there a line?
Nope. There's nobody inside.
I sigh very deeply.
No, those pesky human boys, I could not.
Yeah, I managed to refuse to grab to the sword. And I knock again.
Okay. You knock again. Once
Open
again.
up.
The door opens. There's the same boy. And he's like, "Are you deaf?" I said, "She's busy."
Quiet, boy. There's no one here. Don't fuck up with me, or I bite your face.
Yeah. Do that right next to your chieftain's hut. Good luck. And he closes the door.
I guess I step back from the door and make my way to the near chieftain hut and would approach one of the guards.
Yes.
Maybe who. And I would like to talk to them. I mean, they are not. What are they doing? Standing guard.
Yes, they definitely do that. Some of them actually talk to each other. Because they're human beings. Do you want to listen up to the talk, or do you just want to awkwardly get close to them and stand around?
I mean, if they are busy, I don't want to.
I wouldn't say they're busy.
Okay.
They're just standing.
I mean, I would approach in a very calm way, so I don't want to make them uncomfortable by when they see a lizard man stomping at them. So I mean, I guess I would listen a bit to them and then approach them and try to talk one of them.
Okay. So you get close, and they look at you and say, "Hey, you here to see the chief?"
Well, actually, I wanted to see here at the hut the old woman, old Greta, but there's a strange little boy. I don't know whether there's something wrong with him. So.
Oh, you mean
You
Sock?
know?
Oh,
What?
he's always there. He helps Greta.
So Greta's actually in the hut, and the boy
Of
is
course she
sitting
is.
around.
She manages to get everyone listened to. It's very hard on her. Usually, people just come up, wait for a while. Well, Sock usually gets to them and says when she's free. I think right now there's Morgan there. He was asking about fishing advice.
Oh, fishing is quite a business in this town, isn't it?
Well, it's not business, it's living. Where else you gonna get the fucking food?
So who's that guy talking to Greta? Do you know whether he is talking a lot to her? Does he comes out before night falls?
What? How would I know? I'm not Greta. I don't see future.
Yeah, I see. You know a way out to come past the boy?
What? Why would I need to bypass the boy?
Why? Because he's annoying, and he's don't lets me go in. I will not kill him because I guess that's not welcome here.
What? And he gets really serious after you mention killing.
Oh, that was a joke. I don't kill boys. I mean, no. Well,
Now
no,
everyone is looking at you weirdly.
I mean, did you have ever the problems with those boys?
And he's just like, nah, we didn't have any problems with boys. Do you have problems with our boys?
They're stealing my shit all the time, so I'm not. Well, I mean that doesn't concerns you, so.
Are you saying our boys are thieves?
I hope not.
I mean, I still got my money and I look at my bag. Is it still there, I hope?
Yeah, it's still there.
And a size.
Obviously, not. I hope so. Well.
So you're saying that are not thieves, but you accused them of being thieves. So you're a liar.
I would never. I'm a stranger. I would call no one a thief. Now I have to go. I have to go to Old Greta. Have a nice day, good sir.
And he puts a hand on your shoulder and says, "Wait up! How did you even get to the city?
We asked.
Did you sneak up?
What? No.
Do you want to murder a chieftain?"
What? I don't know your chieftain. We came to the city gate and the guy at the gate let us in and we stayed at Ingrid's and we drank meat and we bought a cloak and...
Who's we? Are you not alone?
Well,
Boys,
I am alone,
check up the
obviously.
back. Maybe they're trying to sneak up. Now you stay here.
I sigh very deeply.
Oh, come on. Well, hurry up.
All right. So, Edix.
Oh, those humans.
Of course, I mean, just mentioning of killing boys actually makes them weird.
Yeah, I mean, of course.
So, Edix. After some time, the guy who's selling ropes, he manages to get back to you. In the wagon, he brings up a couple of really big ropes. Both of them are not quite enough to cover you. And he says, well, I can probably maybe sew them close to one another, but it can look weird a bit, but you know.
That will be fine.
Yeah, so you pick up one of the ropes.
Well, yeah, he said he could mend them together, right?
Yeah, you can try
Okay.
that, yes.
Yep, I tell him to do so, and then I would get the robe from him.
Okay. So he starts to sew them together. Do you put one immediately while he's sewing them together, or do you just wait?
If it's going to disturb his process, I'm not going to wear one of the robes, but if not, I'll put one on.
It's not. He basically
Okay.
takes the longer end of it and starts to put them together.
I haven't been in this role play for a while, so
Okay.
do we have a current, do I know of this is your goal that the Allfather has wanted
Actually,
to do right
you
now?
don't, because only Agrita and Dalen know that.
Okay, gotcha. So I'm actually here with little clue. Little
Yes.
clues.
And one of the guys who you befriended, and I presume you would give them an order to find out about Dalen and Agrita, he actually manages to get back to you and he says, I heard people talk about green-faced one and the pointy-eared one, and one of them went fishing with a beautiful woman in a robe, and another one is trying to kill Chieftain.
I know where the God of War is now.
Yeah, he's definitely fishing.
I actually think, like, you know, I obviously know that Danelin is like the god of like nature, right? Isn't he the
Yes,
god of
yeah.
nature? Okay, so he picks like kind of tilts her head back and forth, like, I guess if he wants to go bang someone, that's natural. Is that within his domain? Lust? But anyway, she gets back to the moment and says, he's ill tidings. Where exactly is this chieftain?
It's in the middle of the city, just a big hut, 3 stories high. And yeah, there's a ruckus there, trying to find out who's helping him kill the chieftain, but they're not sure if he wants to kill the chieftain, but he was talking about killing someone, so, and he has very big weapons, so...
I see. I'll keep this in mind. Thank you. Where is your caravan to go after this?
Back? For more fruits?
Yeah, I say, how many days away?
Couple of weeks?
I say, when do you depart?
When we sell everything? Or at least
Um,
most of it?
Okay. So like, how did they sell out almost immediately, or are they still selling?
No.
Okay. Because I'm thinking
Bananas
like,
are not the most popular foods for northern men.
Yeah. Because I'm thinking like, if I put down my little rune of like, get me to this place, and I want to end up, you know, I want to know exactly what they're doing before I teleport back. All right. I nod and I say, what do I say? Yeah, I guess I say, keep yourself at a distance from the green one. He is aggressive, to say the least. I don't. What do I say? I say, this makes sense that he would try to slay the chieftain, but I don't think the chieftain would be one foolish enough to challenge him. Do we know what spurred the green one?
What?
I say, what caused the green one to want to kill the chieftain? Do we know this?
No. Like I said, nobody knows anything. They're just going around, just asking people, have they seen the pointy-eared? And one of the guys says he saw him go fishing, and they're trying to find out where he's going fishing and if he did go fishing. And right now they're not sure.
I see. I say, so if I approach the chieftain's abode, should I expect to see a battle?
Nah, there's no battle.
Not yet.
There's just
Not yet.
standing around, like,
I see.
looking.
Okay. Thank you. Well, I will be off soon. I do appreciate your kindness.
Of course. Do you want some bananas?
Certainly. I take 2.
Yeah.
Do these consider rations?
Nope. Those are considered bananas.
Darn it. Well, I have exotic foods. That's what I'll mark it down as.
Of course.
I could use that as some parlay, maybe. You know.
2 partially frozen bananas. Done.
Done. Great. All right, so I wait for him to finish with the sewing, and I think I ask the guy who's doing the sewing.
Yeah.
I say, tell me of this place. I have not been. I'm new here. Are there any blights that beset it?
Blights? Like, you
I-
mean weird people with caravans? Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them.
I shake my head.
One guy last week actually tried to sell the chieftain some potion that would make him potent with women. And chieftain hanged him right on the hut. I mean, yeah, it was mostly the biggest fun we had of the week, but hey.
I see. I say, I am capable to an extent. If there's a problem the town has, or city, perhaps I could assist.
No, we don't really have problems. I mean, if you could make crops grow in the winter, that would be great, but other than that,
I say, like, how do you survive in these wastelands?
well, trading, fishing, some hunting, but it's not really good. Some people go dig the ruins. Some even find old stuff that is worth selling. But usually those are weird folk.
So your export for so your export for food and necessities is artifacts?
Yeah,
Commodities?
some oddities, some fish, some levers and furs. Actually, in our parts, there's some very nasty creatures roaming around, and only our settlement is big and stable enough to provide a good source of, well, stable furs and very thick skins.
I say, these ruins dangerous?
I would say so, yes.
I say, I say, do you lose people consistently searching for treasures to trade away?
Yeah, usually there's one every year. Goes too deep, gets too greedy, joins the Draugr.
I
Shit.
nod. Okay. Alright. So, that doesn't seem to be any problems. So he wants crops to grow here. I can't make that happen unless I pray to the All-Father. Which is what, charisma?
Yes?
Darn it!
Do you want to roll charisma to ask the All-Father to grow crops?
Well, maybe. I might get some followers that way.
That would be in you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And may I mention to you that never in this game have there ever been a fail on the All-Father roll.
Oh, yeah, that's
But
true.
if you manage to roll one, God, that would be a doozy.
I don't have anything that can help me manage that. I say, well, if there's any problems, I'll be floating about the city for a while. I'll try to rouse the Green Man to not slay anyone that doesn't need to be beheaded.
Uh-huh.
And I kind of leave it at that.
All right. So, getting back to you, Green Man. There's a whole bunch of guys running around trying to figure out where is the spy with pointy ears who you've brought in the city and who is now probably trying to murder the chieftain. But after several minutes, chieftain actually gets out of the hut and you immediately notice that he has most fancy leather armor you've ever seen, made of very weird looking leather. You never seen such things. Some skulls of creatures decorating the sides and the shoulders of it, and some furs on his sides as well. He looks at you and he says, "Are you the one who's trying to murder me here? You sure this pesky weapons would be enough?" And you see he's holding in one hand a big two-handed and two-sided axe.
Is the guard which I approached first, is he still around?
Yes, yes, he is. He's watching you really close.
I mean, I make to the chieftain. I make a very innocent lizard face and point to the guard.
Yeah, he said. He said that I am here to kill you, but I am not. But I mean, you should ask him.
The chieftain looks at him and the guard says, "What? This guy started to talk nonsense. He talked about killing boys, starting with Sark. You know, the little one who helps Greta. And when we confronted him, he started to accusing our boys of being thieves. And then he started to mention that we, and by we I mean he spoke about we. So we know that he has some friend around here. And we went to Ingrid's, and she said, yeah, there was a pointy-eared one. And he's not here around, so he's probably somewhere in hiding, maybe under the snow, about to loosen an arrow. You know, Ryla said that he ordered some weird arrows from her with bells on them. She's clearly some twisted folk, I tell you." Chieftain rubs his big beard, and he says, "Pointy-eared, eh? Might be an elf. What are you doing with an elf, scaly one?"
Well, that's kind of a long story. So,
And he looks around as if there was no one around. He just looks around and he says, "Well, I think we got some time. So you better start talking."
well, once there were two gods.
And I begin to make the story with a pretty big amount of unnecessary details from the right at the beginning, and with a very much pictures in
He
it.
stops you at the part of about a smelly wall.
Oh yeah.
And he's just like, "For God's sakes, stop this bullshit. We're not here to listen to it all."
I told you it's been a long story, so should I continue or?
Where's the elf now?
Well, I am searching for it, so maybe you can tell me.
This is useless.
I mean, that's why I wanted to go to Greta because one guy on the market said she could know, and Ingrid said the elf went out with a woman in ropes with a magic woman.
As you're talking, you feel a slight pull at one of your sleeves of your armor. As you look down, there's a small freckled boy. He looks at you and he says, "It's your time up. Come on." And he starts walking back. And Aetix, Your fancy robe is finished. You have 2 robes sewn to each other.
Progress.
Yes. And yeah, it's very long. It really is.
So, does Robin still have my money?
Yes.
Alright. I look to the merchant and I say, I know this service wasn't free. What will you ask for?
And he's just like, well, I mean, I can put it on your tab. It's just a favor for a friend, come on.
I nod and I say, very well. And I say, I sigh because like, all right, now's probably the time I start looking for a green man.
Uh-huh.
And how much space do I have in the caravan?
Uh,
Like, how much space actually is there in here?
well, I would say there's about 10 square meters.
10 square meters.
Like-
Alright, so I have enough room to like walk back and forth a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so I attempt to, you know, like walk around in the caravan. Like
Yep.
test it out.
It's a bit, like, it looks weird a little.
Yeah,
Especially
I'm trying to
if
make my
people-
like turns very slow so I don't like step over the fabric. I just want to let it slide on my flanks.
Yeah. It's looking weird, but it might work. Especially if
Yeah.
you just walk on snow.
Yeah, it's true. Next question. Like I have like a little cloak or a hood I could pull up, right?
Yes, yes.
All right. Yeah. I say, well, I must be going, and I go to Robin, and I guess like yeah, I give him 20 coin, and I take back like the difference, so I have 78 and he has 20.
Okay.
And I say, that should be enough to get you a place to stay if you wish to stay here. But I must go find our friends.
He's just like, all right.
And I depart from the caravan and I go look for Agratar or Dalen. Actually, I'm going to the chieftain's place because I
Yeah.
heard there might be a hit on them, so
Okay.
I
Okay.
stroll my way there.
So you're going there, and you see that Chieftain is there. He's talking to Agratar. Agratar is waving hands, explaining some stuff. You're not sure what he's explaining. You're a bit far off. But when you actually get there, you see a small boy coming up to Agratar and just pulling at his sleeve. And then the boy says something to him and starts to walk back. So,
Okay, so like, describe the environment for me. Like, how
there's
far of
about
a caravan?
15 guards. All have full equipment, like leather armors. Some of them have even scale armors. All have either spears or long axes. And of course, bows with some arrows on their backs.
And they're all like,
Just
where are they stationed? Are they stationed around the chieftain?
They're not stationed, they're moving. They're checking all the things around the hut. Some of them are even starting to pierce snow with spears. Just like
okay.
checking if there's anything under it.
Sure. All right.
Shooting arrows.
So like to my flank and my left and my right are just like people and buildings, or is
Yeah,
it?
people and buildings.
So people are milling about right now.
Yeah.
All right. So like, and I also want to ask, per my alchemist move, it says when you have time to gather materials in a safe place to brew. So like, what would I have to do to fulfill time to gather materials? Like, what position would I have to be in to do that?
Well, you would need a place with appropriate materials. Probably not an icy wasteland.
Yeah, of course. So like, I have to be in like an alchemist chamber or a place that just has I guess like
Maybe in a forest. Or in a cave with some weird moss and mushrooms.
Okay. I'm just
But
trying to make...
not an icy wasteland.
Yeah. Just making sure.
Yeah. So one of the guards actually comes up to you and he says, run along, girl. It's important business here.
Yeah. So like, where am I? Like, next to some building, or am I just out in the middle of like the road?
Well, that's up to you. Do you want to be close to a building or in the middle?
Yeah, I imagine I would. No, I think I'd be in the middle because I don't want to get stepped on if there's a lot of people around.
Okay.
I say, what's happening over there?
Oh, there's some green guy who wanted to murder a chieftain, and he has a elven friend who's probably somewhere in the snow. We're gonna get him. Don't worry about that.
I look past the guard a bit. Is Avatar like just? Is he like just giant compared to these guys?
He's not giant, but he is probably a head up from most of the guards.
A little bit
And
broader.
the chieftain is like point blank with Agratar, right? Like within
Probably, yes.
leaping distance. I say, he looks friendly. I mean, wouldn't he have swung at the chieftain if he was trying to kill him?
And the guard chuckles. The guard chuckles a little bit, like it would be funny if you tried, but
I mean,
he's not that
right
funny.
there. He could do it right now if he wanted to.
Yeah, he could,
Shouldn't
but I
the
guess he's
chieftain be
afraid.
taking his distance from.
I mean, have you seen our chieftain? He's a formidable dude. I saw him once, and he leans forward to you a little bit. I saw him once take up 7 guys. He was drunk. He's a fucking dwarf. But he managed to put all of them down with his bare hands. It would be
I
funny
nod.
to see him in a fair fight.
I say, well, what's keeping you from disposing of the Green Man right now?
I don't know. Nobody told us to kill him, just to watch him, so yeah.
I say, if he is so great a combatant, can I watch? Because there might be a battle. I'll be at a safe distance, I promise.
Well, all right. Just don't get in our way, yeah? And if you feel anything funny under you, just tell us. It might be an elf.
Okay.
You never
And
know.
I go scurry to the side, like maybe just leaning up against the side of the house,
Okay.
watching.
So, Agrata, what do you do after Sark calls you?
I mean, I would give the chieftain an asking look and a gesture to the boy.
May I? I have waited quite a long time now for this audience. I mean, you can stay guard out of the hut or come inside. Maybe old Greta knows where your elf is.
So you actually got in line for old Greta.
It looks like.
He puts an axe onto his shoulder and he's just like, well, I didn't visit the old hag for quite a while. Let's see what she has to say.
Good call. Let's go.
And he looks at the guards around and says, stop stabbing the snow, boys. Elf is not going to hide in the snow. They hate the snow. Check for rooftops.
And the forest.
And everyone is just like, oh yeah. they like sneak on the rooftops. Like, do they sneak on the rooftops? They don't sneak on the rooftops. They shoot from them. So keep an eye out. We're gonna visit Greta. And he starts moving right next to you.
Yeah, I mean, then I would follow the boy together with the chieftain inside.
Yeah. And as you start moving, you look to the side, and next to one of the buildings, you see a small girl,
Ah,
probably around 13, in a very big fancy robe. That, yeah.
I mean,
I mean, probably
I would
that's how
recognize.
human children are wearing things these days. Like, hmm?
So, do we have like? This is gonna be silly. Do we have like symbols of our godhood, right? Like, you know, how Agritar or well, maybe not Agritar because I say it's like a character, but maybe like since he's a god ward, he have like a hammer, right, or whatever. Do we gods have symbology?
I mean, it's just his favorite weapon. Well,
yeah.
now it would be almost his favorite.
I think what I do is I have like my little, I don't know what the fuck I called it. I have like this tattered shoulder bag, yeah, and it like
Okay.
it has like my poisons in it, right?
Okay.
And I want to just like kind of hold it out
Oh,
and swing it a bit, so maybe
Alright.
Agritar recognizes it's my shoulder bag.
so, Agrota, an old girl takes out the bag and she swings it around a little bit and looks at you attentively. You're not sure what she means. Maybe she means, I'm gonna steal all your bags.
I mean, she got a hood or something like that. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't recognize her, so.
Yeah, that
Um,
that's definitely a human girl.
I'm even more nervous with, since I met the boy and grabbing even tighter to my bag and gesture to the chief and stuff.
Look, that's what I mean. Those weird youngsters.
And
strange
he
things.
looks to the girl and he says, "Well, I'm not
That's
sure why she's waving a bag around."
Maybe she want to steal
I'm not like
bags.
I'm not like swinging around like it's a cowboy swinging a rope.
Of course not.
One.
Of course
Yeah.
not. It's just in your hands, like
Yeah.
slightly,
Yeah.
and she's just like, "Do you have a fear of children or something?"
No fear, but they were very nasty in the past and stole all my stuff and the stuff of my friends. So
Oh, I get it.
bad
So
experience.
you're a scaly guy, and when you grew up, children beat you and called you names. I get that.
You're what? So you had this childhood, or why do
What?
you think? What?
Do I look green and scaly to you?
No, but I mean you have to. Where did you get these ideas from? I mean, so
From your face. Now keep moving.
I'm shaking my head because now I thought humans would be strange, but now this dwarf chieftain's walking weirder.
He's not
Make-
dwarf, he's a human.
Oh, he's not. Oh, okay. I thought.
The god was talking that he was drunk as a dwarf.
Oh, okay. Yeah, makes sense. So. Yeah, I give him a look as I'm quite used to do since I'm having stuff to do with humans. So, but yeah, I keep my mouth shut for this time.
So, Etix,
whatever.
you overhear parts of the conversation that he had with the chieftain, and they seem to be moving to the other side of the chieftain's hut. So, what do you do?
Huh? Oh, you're talking to me? I'm sorry.
Yes.
Excuse me. I was distracted.
Yes.
I just wait, like as if like to expect like they're gonna hurtle out of the hut in a battle, right? And
I
just
mean,
wait.
they're moving on the other side. Basically, they're just walking around the perimeter of the hut, and they're about to turn corner, so you wouldn't see
Okay.
them anymore.
Sure. I just like I imagine since the city is built around the chieftain's place, right?
Yes.
I just kind of mirror their motion, but in a wider arc, right? I just
Okay. So you're
of
following
walk.
them. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So you do follow them, and you see there's a small shack right next to a chieftain's hut.
Mhm.
And they walk in,
Yep.
and they close the door.
Yep.
What do you do?
I wait.
Okay, you wait. Cool. Agrita, when you actually get inside the hut, the boy shows you around, and there's a small area with a whole bunch of furs around, and he says, "You can put your cloak down here."
Yeah, I do this. Nod, take down the cloak.
So when you do that, he points you to the right, and he says, "Greta's waiting for you."
Then let's not keep her waiting. Thank you, little boy.
I mean, that's not completely honest, but I
What?
think they wouldn't recognize.
Recognize
Yeah,
what?
we'll go in. I guess the chieftain is following.
What again?
Yeah, I will go in, and I guess the chieftain will follow.
Yes, you will.
Yeah.
So you go in.
Yeah.
There's a smaller room, and there's a small fire in the middle of it, and there's a shriveled up old lady with long silver hair, and there's a big bowl in front of her, and she swirls something in the bowl, and you hear crackling, and it's like some small pieces of something are crackling on the bowl. And when you get closer, she throws something at your feet, and you see there's a whole bunch of small bones on the ground. And she basically crawls down to them, and she looks at them. She picks up one, and she says, "Ah, fancy God of War here we have. Do you like a God of War, Chieftain?" And Chieftain looks at her, and she says, "What? What God?" And she picks up another bone, and she's like, "Green and scaly one. He looks funny, and he talks to his sword." Ah. She picks up another bone, and she says, "Ah, good sword that is. He's gonna kill us all."
I make the proudest grin I ever did since being mortal, and look at the chieftain.
Yeah, and Chieftain is like, "And when is she going to kill us all, you say?" And Greta is looking at another bone, and she says, "I'm not sure, but this sword is definitely gonna kill us all. Or maybe we're gonna get down from an old age like I do, and then he's gonna kill the whole world." And he's just like, "Alright. So would you care to put your sword down?"
I mean, I
And
don't
now, after a long pause, you're not sure what your sword was doing through all this time and why he was quite silent. And now you hear a slight whisper like, "Let's put me down on his head."
I mean, when I hear the chieftain's words, when I hear the sword's words,
Yes.
I mean, I freeze for a moment, looking at the lady, looking at the chieftain, looking at the sword.
The lady's smiling a little, and when you look closer to her face, she seems to be blind. Her eyes are completely white. And she picks up another bone, and she says, "Huh, interesting. Oh, there was another. An elf. Huh." And she starts to pick up the bones and put them in the bowl again.
I mean, I do I have the sword in my hand
Yes.
at the moment?
Like
Yeah,
I said,
mean,
you just can't let it go for some
Yeah.
reason.
Actually, I'm thinking about how I was able to, or overall, was I able to take this brace? Oh, it's a bracelet. No, gauntlet. Okay, yeah. The bracelet of iron grip.
You have it, yes.
Yeah.
Do you want to use it?
Not at the moment, but I'm making no secret of it. I'm whispering to the sword, not very quiet.
Not yet. We need him until we got Dunlan back. Then we
And
can.
Chieftain is like, really?
I'm grinning at him.
Of course.
Uh-huh. So are you gonna put it down or not? And he slightly moves back, and he puts his axe into a more fight-like position. So he's getting ready.
Yeah. I'm hesitating a bit, but I guess at least for now, I do actually use the bracelet. I sheath the sword into the belt, and oh, I don't actually have a sheath, but yeah, I put it into my belt.
Okay,
And,
so now you have to actually use the bracelet. You have to
Yeah,
say the words.
I say pusti, and let loose of the grip.
Okay. So your sword hand is free now. And it's free to do whatever. I presume you know that.
Yes. I mean, I look at the chieftain and wait whether he relaxes now. But I'm still with the tips of my finger. I'm playing around the what is
With
it
the
called?
sword.
Yeah, the pommel of the grip. I'm not grabbing it, but I'm playing
Yeah,
around.
yeah, you're playing around with your fancy sword.
Yeah.
And he's just like, alright, that'll do. What else do you see, Greta? And she's twirling the things around again. And she's throwing them on the ground. And she picks one up. And she's like, oh, yes, yes. So that would be, drowning. Yes, he's drowning right now. In quite cold waters. Yes.
Who's drowning?
The pointy-eared one, of course. The god of nature, that is. His panther doesn't like water. Especially cold one. And she picks up another bone, and she's like, oh, and there's a nice lady with him. She waited a long time to do this. A long time. She likes it.
Holy shit!
She's picking another bone. Yeah, she's picking another bone. And he's like, oh, she has friends with her. Various friends. There's a very frosty one, and very fiery one. They don't like each other, but they have to serve.
Um, like, could it be that I remember those two guys from hell?
Nope.
Uh,
You don't
thought
know
so.
the heck about any of this.
Uh,
Daneland probably knows, but right now he's drowning.
Well, old lady, where is it? And where are they? Can you tell?
She looks at you as if she had eyes that can see. And she looks back at the bones. She picks one up, and she's just like, well, he's at the lake. Yes. I guess they want to fish a big thing if they use elf as bait.
I'm looking very confused to the chief.
What? No one would use an elf as bait. No one likes elves. What? Do you know where the lake is? What they might, what is in the lake? What they could be, hunting?
Well, there could be some big fish in the lake. Usually we don't use elves for bait, but I guess they could work.
Weird.
Yeah, usually we use smaller fish to catch bigger fish.
Maybe they try to hunt a very big elf with a smaller elf as a bait. Well, I guess not.
Yeah, he looks at you weirdly.
Yeah, I look back.
How far is the lake? Can we get there?
It's not far. Just several hours to the north.
Well, if Denlin drowns now, that would be no way at all to get there in time, so maybe... I mean, you want the elf too. Maybe you got some men to accompany me to the lake.
And you hear the crackling of bones once again hitting the floor. And Greta picks one up, and she says, well, the elf would not drown too far. They're gonna get him out, put him back to life, and drown him again. Because she likes it.
Wow, that's a nasty woman. Who is this woman? Who can do this? Is she a great mage?
Greta picks another bone up and says, just a meager mage. Nothing too fancy, but she knows a lot.
Is she... Chieftain, do you know this female strange mage? Was she in the area before?
We don't have too many mages, especially females.
Might be bad news that she's camping around there at the lake. Your lake, I guess.
Greta, is she a threat to the city? And Greta picks up another bone and she's like, nah, she just hates the elf.
Huh.
And Chieftain is like, well, there's your answer for you.
Well, then... at
If you're
least
gonna go to the lake, don't forget to get snowshoes. The ice.
that's a good call.
Yeah.
Do you know who could guide me there? Or is there a route or something like that? I'm not common to those
Well,
icy wasteland.
if you pay old Argoff, or at least get him drunk again, he'll take you.
Where can I find this guy?
Well, He is usually close to the market, looking for people to get drunk with.
Is this the same name, like the mad guy?
Nope.
Okay.
Well then, if you excuse me, chieftain, I got a friend to rescue.
Alright. So you exit the thing, and as you getting out, boy comes up to you and he says, "Don't forget your coat."
Oh, yeah,
And-
just recognized.
He moves up and he gets to Greta, and she picks the last bone on the ground, and she whispers something to him. He nods and he gets outside with you.
Yeah.
So you all get outside. Chieftain waves his hand to the guard and says, "This scaly guy is about to get to the fishing lake. And get him to Oglov." "Sure. He's going to get some fish for us. No. He's going to get a drowning elf." "What? Why would he need a drowning elf?" "Don't ask me. He's the weird one." And you see, as the boy comes past you, and he's getting somewhere to the side, and Etix, a freckled human boy, is getting towards you. What do you do?
Is he like? So I'm just almost. Yeah, I'm just intently watching, leaning inside this building. Is he like walking
Towards you.
straight towards me?
Straight
or
up
past
towards
me?
you. Yeah, straight up towards you.
All right, I let him approach.
Okay. He gets close and he says, "Well, it's your time unless you want to skip it. I hate to see Greta or not.
I shake my head.
Well, up to you."
I
And
wave goodbye.
he walks to one of the guards and he says, "Well, your turn." And he says, "Whoa, already? Good. I'm gonna ask about fishing." And he gets into the shack.
So do I see Algatar step out with
Yes,
anyone or by
yes.
himself?
He's with Chieftain, yes. And
Alright.
one of the guards comes up to him, and it looks like he's following the guard somewhere.
I shadow them at a distance.
Okay. Agrita, a human girl keeps following you.
I got a bad feeling about this. When I recognize, I guess I.
And when you look back, you see her.
Question.
Yes?
So how can he realize I'm a human girl?
Because it's a human town.
Yeah.
So
There's
how
only humans here.
Sure. So how does he recognize I'm a female?
I mean, face.
Yes.
So if you see my face, you'd probably be able to recognize me.
I mean, I'm not close to you, and you got a hood and a cloak, so I
Yes.
wouldn't.
Okay.
Might. And I mean, we're not
He
together
didn't
that
see
long.
you too long, so
Gotcha.
yeah, that's the thing.
Continue.
I mean, there's something very weird, but I. Not
It's
yet
weird,
have
yes,
a connection.
but yeah, it's not the main thing. That's not the main concern right now. He just thinks about drowning Dalen.
Yeah.
So, and of course, Agrita, you keep hearing the voice of the sword. Now he's way more active because you let him go. And he starts talking to you. He's like, "All those pesky childrens, they're after us. We need to cleanse this town. Cleanse it of all this human filth."
Oh, I mean,
I would. I guess when we were a few steps out of the hut, I would and the chieftain is out of sight, I would grab the sword again. I mean, I wouldn't draw it completely out, but I would.
I mean,
definitely,
yes,
do
you
it
grabbing it, but it talks. So do you want to
Yeah.
get it out and put on a shackle, or what do you want to do?
What the shackle?
Bracelet, I mean.
Oh, this is Oh, okay. So if I want to grab the sword again, I have to.
If you want to neutralize the effect of the sword, you need to get it in your hand and then put a bracelet on. That's how it works.
I mean,
Do you want to do it?
I mean, what is the status quo at the moment? I got the sword not in my hand, but
Yes,
the bracelet
it's in
around
your
my arm.
sheath,
Yeah.
and the bracelet is in your pocket.
Oh, it's in my pocket. Okay.
Yeah, you can put it anywhere. It's just a bracelet that can close and open when you tell it to. That's the thing. But the bracelet. It doesn't have any locks on it. It's just a solid bracelet, but when you tell it to, it opens up. And when you tell it to, it closes.
Oh, I thought I wear the bracelet and then
No.
it okay. So, but so how did I could I let loose of the grip of the sword?
Well, it's still touching you. So you're not like have to keep it in your hand. You just have
okay.
to be constantly touching it. That's a thing.
Okay. And now to grab the sword again, I would have to do what?
You don't need to do anything to grab the sword.
Okay.
I'm just saying that if you want to neutralize the pesky voices in your head that tell you to murder everyone, in most situations, you can use your bracelet.
Oh, so I can use the bracelet not only to let loose the grip, also to negate the voice.
Yes. So the reason why the sword was so silent and it took him a lot to even whisper is because you had the bracelet on your hand that was holding the sword. And right now you don't.
Ah, okay.
That's
So-
why it's more talkative right now.
Ah, okay. Now I get the picture. Okay. So if so the sword is the sword speaking is limited if I have the sword in the hand, but also got the
Bracelet on,
Ah,
yes.
okay. Well, I mean, I'm not angry about the sword, so I would yeah, I would let it talk for the moment, because I'm
Of course. Of course.
I mean, I like the idea per se, so, but at the moment, I got
Yeah.
more important stuff to do, and I mean, I guess I tip the guard on the shoulder and
Yes.
show him the strange girl still following us. And,
Yeah.
Do you notice who's that? Is it common thing that strange young girls follows someone?
He looks back and says, "Oh, nah, haven't seen her yet." And Etix, he waves a hand at you and he shouts, "Hey, girl, are you lost?"
I say, I shout back. Oh, God. I guess as loud as he takes guess, I say, no, I wanted to see you fight something.
And he's just like, "Oh, yeah." And he turns back to Agatha and he says, "She wanted to see you fight the chieftain, but you didn't. So what? I'm not gonna fight him. I'm gonna take him to Old Dog Loft,
Oh,
the drunk."
I'm sorry. I thought the chieftain was calling back to me.
No.
no, chieftain is no longer with us.
Oh, okay, never mind. Let me say something else then.
Okay.
I
Okay.
think I would say, yeah, I guess I would say I want to see the Green Man fight something.
Okay. Yeah. I get it. It's fine. It's appropriate.
Mm.
So yeah, he tells you, Agrata, that this girl wants you to see fight something.
I mean, with those words, the girl only fits into the row of very strange, nasty human children. So.
Yes.
What? Come, let's. What?
And the sword is like, yes, we should fight something. And we should start with the pesky girl.
Yeah,
Come on, let's behead her.
Come, that's no challenge. I mean,
I shake. I think I got still the sack with the crystal shards with me.
Okay.
I shake it very loudly.
that was a challenge. That was quite awesome. But killing girls, please, let's go first to the lake.
And I'm not. I'm speaking normal to the sword, not caring about the guy.
Yeah. And the god is just like, what are you talking about? I mean, I'm gonna get you to Oglov and he can get you to the lake, but what are you talking
Here you
about?
see, we get to the lake and then we free Dylan, then we kill the lady, and we kill the thing in the sea, and then we go back. That's the plan, I guess.
The god looks at you weirdly, but he's just like, all right, let's go there.
You see, the god also is my opinion, so.
Yeah,
Oh,
and the
yeah.
sword is just like, he looks at us weirdly. Let's behead him.
I mean, I think there are people around us.
Yes.
I make a very innocent face to the guard and
No, where is this Agloff? Is there a little alleyway where no one else is on the way there?
Probably not. He's usually close to the market. There's a whole bunch of people there. Why do you ask?
That doesn't matter. I look at the stars. You'll see, maybe later, so.
And the sword is just like, I'm tired of waiting. I haven't tasted blood for almost a day.
I mean, you got a point, but. Then I guess we should hurry. We should hurry to Agloff. Guard, please. We should hurry.
Sure. Come on. And yeah, you proceed to the market. And there's a whole bunch of stores and wares and different people shouting various things. Some of them selling livers, some of them selling furs, some of them selling golds and jewels, and some of them even selling bananas.
oh, bananas.
And God grabs one of the inhabitants there, and he looks at his face and nah. And he moves to another one who looks similar, and he grabs him, and he says, here you are. Are you drunk? And the guy responds, not yet. Do you want a drink? And he's like, nope. This green guy wants to drink. And they're like, hey! And he moves close to Agratar and just like, so I don't know you. Let's drink for a meeting. Name's Oglov. Did you bring the booze?
No, I hadn't the chance, but that's why I heard that you're good at
And
drinking,
he shakes you by the shoulder and he says, I know a good place. Let's go to Big Stone Urn. I always wanted to get drunk enough to grab Ingrid by the tush, but she always knocks me out. Or was it the booze? I don't remember. Let's go get drunk.
I nod, but I grab him at the shoulder and say,
we can get drunk, but first tell me how long and how far is it to the lake? We have to hurry because friend of mine's in grave danger.
And he scratches his back a little bit, then he scratches his shoulder a little bit, and you understand that he's quite dirty, and he just well, depends on how drunk you are. And right now, your only great friend, Agloff, is in grave danger of being sober. So let's go get drunk.
Let me make proposal. Let's buy a little. Let's take a cask with us, and then directly go on the way, because we have to hurry, and you can drink on the way.
A cask? I wouldn't say a cask would be enough for two good lads like us.
Well, then we hire another guy who could carry 2 more casks, and I pay.
Now I like you even more. Hey, who can carry casks here? Are you? And people just keep meddling around, and it's just like, oh, you, little girl. Do you want to get paid?
He's referring to me, yes?
Yes.
I say, like, so wait, they went into a tavern? Are we in a tavern?
No. You're just outside in the market.
In the open.
Oh, sure. I nod and I say, yes. I walk towards them.
Okay, and he's like, you're gonna carry a couple of kegs, and we're gonna go to a lake, and maybe fish or something. Yeah. So let's go grab some booze.
I give the girl a strange look, but when I mean we come up close to each other, I guess.
Yes.
So
Wait.
Do you kneel down and look at her face a bit closer?
I'm not kneeling down, but I look to the side to get.
I think I with my antennas, I push my cloak back like that to give him a flash of my face,
Yeah.
or at least my red eyes.
Yeah, and finally I recognize.
Sorry I don't get your name, but you were from the King's Quest, yeah. You made it here too. That's. Why did you say anything? I thought you were one of those pesky little human shits.
And I'm not loud with those words because I remember the reaction of the guards.
Okay.
As the other guy like let's go, and he's already walked ahead of us.
Yeah, he's starting to walk ahead. Yes.
Yeah. So if I'm walking beside Agratar now, I would say, yes, making it here was. Well, let's skip over that. What does the All-Father wish of us?
Later. We first have to get some alcohol, and then we get on the way, because we have to go to the lake and then rescue Denlin, then kill some stuff, and then get back and kill some stuff. Got it?
I say, wait, we're waiting? We are postponing the All-Father's wishes?
What? No. But we need Denlin, and maybe that whole thing got something to do with this. With the quest. I will tell you on the way.
As we're walking, I say, Danlin is missing? What a meager god.
I shrug because
Yeah.
obviously
Yeah.
doesn't know what Dylan is capable of.
Yeah,
but I mean that's not Itik's fault, so
Do it.
I say, can't we finish the All-Father's wishes ourselves?
Sometimes it's good to have an elf, and he has a lady with him, and they have lots of fun, and maybe Denlin knows something about the quest, so. But some
Say,
details.
is the God of War doubting himself?
I give a very weird look because that makes no sense. So,
What? Whatever. That's.
And
put
you
alcohol,
hear
get
a
going.
sword whispering to you, Agratar. He says, this meager thing is trying to insult us. Let's flay her on her own guts.
I laugh very, very loud and start imagining the picture. And,
Yeah, maybe some. Yeah, good thought. Not now, not in the city, though. Not now. So let's get going.
Yeah, so Ogloff just basically kicks the door into the bighorn's own with a leg, gets inside and he starts shouting, Ingrid, dearie! I'm about to get drunk again! And guess who's paying? And he just basically points back to you.
yeah.
And Ingrid is makes a very deep sigh, like, huh. And she looks at you. She's just like, well, I guess you're staying then.
Yeah, at least for 1 or 2 nights.
All right. So what you be drinking?
I look at Agloff.
What are you drinking?
And she's just like, glad you asked. I remember you had several kegs of old schnapps. And she's like, yeah, but you know, it's up your pay grade, you know? And she's just like, well, it's not too far for him. You like good stamps, aren't you?
I'm not. And I'll look at Ingrid.
How much do you want for that keg of the good stuff?
Well, it's 15 pieces a keg, so...
About what size of kegs we are talking here?
well, it's not like a barrel, it's a keg, so there's gonna be at least 15 liters.
Oh, okay, no, okay, that's carryable.
Then let's take 3 of them if you have.
Alright.
I look at Agloff whether he approves the decision.
Yeah, he's like, yeah. Okay, 45 coin.
Yeah, I pay her right the way, and what is a night? What would be another night?
Are you gonna be staying with your friend or what?
At least I hope so. I hope we are back in the evening.
Well, that would be 6 coins then.
Yeah, here you go.
Alright. So, Ogloff pits one of the kegs, slightly opens it, takes a sip, and like, yeah, now that's the stuff. He puts the thing back down, closes it up, and then gets another 2 and hands them to Edix. Here you go, girl. That's a thing. And
take them.
we'll give you a couple of gold coins when we get back.
I take them without a word. How much weight?
That'll be 1 weight.
So 1 weight for 2 kegs?
Yep.
And I would ask Ingrid whether she could borrow us, at least me, some snowshoes, and for Agloff too, I guess. Or I mean, what? I mean, they can't. Not everyone would walk through the area. Are there special animals to ride in this landscape, or?
Mm-hmm. Well, when you ask her about the snowshoes, she says, "Yeah, I could give you a couple. Sure. I guess that would be 5 coins for a pair. And about the animals, well, we don't usually get them out hunting and especially fishing, so if you want to go really far, you can get some mules, but it's up to you."
Nah, shouldn't be necessary, so yeah, we take the snowshoes. Aglov, you have some yourself? You have own ones?
And he's just like, yeah, of course.
I mean, I take a look at ethics.
I'm not paying for all those, if you know what I mean.
And I gave her down buddy a look beneath the cloak. So
I say, it's fine. Don't worry about me.
why not? And I give Ingrid another 5 coins for the shoes.
We should hurry.
All right. So you do move, and you get out of the town. You put the shoes on, and you start moving. And every like 15 meters or so, Oglov takes a sip from a keg.
Okay, so I have a question about the keg.
Yep.
Like, how is the liquid coming out of the keg?
There's a small thing on the side of the keg. If you put it out, the liquid starts pouring. If you put it back in, it stops pouring. It's simple.
Okay, so there's a device, and you just like jam it in, and
It's not a device, it's just a piece of wood.
Okay. Do I have this piece of wood?
I mean,
it's in the
in
keg.
every keg.
It's in every keg.
Like, in every keg, there's a hole that's been plucked up by a piece of wood. If you pluck it out,
Oh, okay, it's a plug.
yeah.
Okay. Can I... So I presume they're ahead of us, ahead of me. I want to, like, hold... Can I hold it in 2 hands? Yeah? You know?
What?
Like a keg? And how big it is. I'm trying to understand it fictionally.
I mean,
It's
you
one
have
weight.
2 kegs.
Well, yeah.
Like, you
So
can...
I want to take one of the kegs, and if... How long is it, like, between each of a sip? You said every 15 minutes?
What? Not 15 minutes. 15 meters.
Every 15 meters?
Yes.
Um...
He walks like 15 meters. I mean, walking through the snow is not really fast,
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
in snowshoes. So every 15 meters, he gets a sip.
Alright, so when he hands the keg back to me, can I, like,
He doesn't
uncork it?
hang anything back to you. He has
I
his
thought-
own keg,
Yeah.
and
we
you
got
have 2
3
extra
kegs.
ones.
Oh, cool. Alright. So I take one of the kegs. Now
Yes.
I
Yes.
uncork it and I spit in it and I cork it back.
Okay. Good.
I do the same with the other one.
Okay.
Alright, so now basically anyone who drinks them is going to die. We
Good.
continue.
Do you have poisonous spit?
Yes. I have poisonous blood, poisonous sweat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. So you continue the journey, and after a couple of hours, when Oglov is very, very drunk,
I can imagine.
and the keg is almost at the half, you would think. So he's like, "Hey, here's the lake," and he points forward. The wind doesn't let you see too far ahead, but you do manage to see something that looks a bit like an open water surface. Probably broken down by axes or something, because it would be covered in ice otherwise.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, there's no sight of the elf yet. What do you do?
Are there any footprints to this location as we traveled?
Well, maybe there are, but the wind is very, very fast. So it
So,
would probably cover them all.
What is how is the landscape here? Is it very flat or are there hills?
It's
or...
very flat
Okay.
where you are. So you would presume that if you go slightly downwards, you would actually get on the surface of the lake. And slightly ahead of you would be a place where somebody broke down the ice to fish.
I mean, I guess we would first head there to look for any signs of recent activity.
Yeah.
How far away is that?
Uh,
like-
that would be like 50 meters or something like
Yeah,
that.
I kind of like hang at the edge because I'm just the keg carrier, right?
Sure.
Okay.
So Oglov got close to the opening, and you as well, Agratar, and he's just like, well, here's where we fish. And you get fishing gear. You put a bucket here. You sit down. You put a bait, and you put it in the water. And then the fish comes out. Usually. Sometimes they don't. But then you shout at them, and they come out. Usually. like that. And he gets close to the water, almost falls down, but stops himself at the last moment, and he's just like, get out of here, you damn fishes! It's all up here. We want to eat you. Come on, get up. And he looks back at you, Agratan. Just give him some moment. Sometimes they don't understand that it's me, actually. That they think that somebody's drunk enough to pretend to be me.
I see.
Yeah, so what do you do, Agratan?
I mean, this for a few minutes wouldn't be bad to make a small a rest of a few minutes, and I would scan the surroundings. I mean, we can we is the weather clear enough to follow the shore of the sea? Whether there's somewhere someone or something irregular.
I mean, you can go around the hole and try to check up on something. Yes.
I would I would do that, I guess.
I mean, I would say to you, like, in advance that there's nothing immediate that would give away anything. So
Yeah.
if you want to search really closely, you can do that.
Yeah, I mean, would be appropriate because we need to find some tracks also, maybe to get a clue whether
Yeah.
the guys were here. So
If only you had a ranger with you.
yeah, always if you need one, there's no one there.
Alright. So, Edix, you see how Agrata is starting to go around the hole in the ice and trying to look down, maybe looking for something. And Olglov is just close to the hole and he just keeps shouting there like, come out, fishes! I told you we want to eat you! Just like, we're gonna cook you, I promise!
Yeah, Etix just watches scrutinously, like her lips are pursed. She's not impressed right now, but she waits.
I mean, on the way here, it took several hours, I guess.
Yeah.
I would have told Etix all the information I got from most of the information I got from the lady, and what the guy on the market and the chieftain told me. So he knows what I know about Daniel's situation, and also what the quest for the Godfather is. Allfather.
Yes. So
Oh, what's the
what
quest for
is the
Allfather?
quest for the Allfather? Yes.
Find the Chaos Champion, shielding protection from darkness.
What? Find the Chaos Champion,
Yes.
shielding protection from darkness?
Yes.
Let's see here. Wait a second.
That is weird, isn't it?
Yeah, not that unusual.
Okay. Oh no.
I mean, I also told you about this myth when the worm comes out at night, and I got the theory maybe the madman could know something about this champion, or I guess there's some is a connection.
Yeah, she waits.
Yeah.
Still
Okay.
stewing.
So, Agrata, how are you gonna do the investigation thing?
I would search, especially the ground. Maybe there's yeah, traces in the ice or in the or on the shoreline from people where. I mean, I know from the stuff the old Greta said that there would have been at least a couple of people. So I would
Yes.
search for traces on the ground.
And after some time, you actually manage to see a very odd thing. Right next to the hole, there's a couple of spots that seem to be gathering water for some reason. And you're not sure why that is. And when you look close enough, they look like almost footprints, but from not a humanoid, something like more of a big thing with 3 fingers. And it looks like where it stood, it melted the ice.
Yeah, the fire dude. I showed this Itix, and yeah.
Yes.
You know what the old Greta said? The female mage is accompanied by an ice creature and a fire creature.
So I'm by the pool, like the open fishing area.
If you want to get close, basically Agratar right now is hailing to you.
Yeah. I keep my distance, and I say, yes. Do they lead somewhere? Those footprints?
I would look. Well, they lead somewhere.
Do you want to try to follow the footsteps? Because, hey, in this spot where you're looking at, he seemed to be spent a lot of time standing around. But when you start to try to look around, and you manage to see that the rest of the footprints that you can manage to, they're not that deep.
Yeah.
So maybe you can follow it, but that's gonna be difficult.
I mean, that's the at least for now the only trace we have. So I would at least try to follow them away from the. And yeah.
Okay, so in order to follow trace, and it'll be difficult, like I said, and it's gonna be wisdom. It's gonna
I'm a
require
wise
some
guy.
wisdom.
Always the word.
Just saying. Okay,
Alright, so as
seems
this
so.
you definitely a wise guy, but sometimes you're not that wise.
Nope.
So something random is going to happen. Let's see what.
Oh, that's interesting.
Oh, yeah, it is. It is. Well, you do manage to follow it, but at some point it just ends.
So I have a question here.
Yes.
The drunk guy is still by the pool of water, just
Yes.
rambling on.
Yes.
And did Agratar just like walk into the off in the distance?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I guess like as Agratar wanders off, I would ask. I feel like I should stay with this guy because he knows the way back. Yeah. Yeah, I stick around with the man so he doesn't just fall into the water.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah, just so we know what I'm doing.
You stick
Continue.
around with him. Good. So Agratai, you do follow the trail, and it ends up abruptly, as if it just vanished in the thin air. You look around, and where it vanished, the air itself seems to be foggy. It's weird, as if you're looking through some sort of a veil. So what do you do?
It's looking at this at least unusual phenomena. I maybe remember the thing with the river. Then we jumped in and what appeared to be a portal.
Uh-huh.
And I'm on the ice at the moment.
Yes.
Uh,
Well, it's ice covered in deep snow, so technically you on snow.
okay, so but I'm on the lake at the moment.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Yeah, I take one gold coin out of my pouch and throw it into the forward.
Yeah, so the coin flies through, lands up on the snow, but when it crosses the veil ripples a little bit, and it shakes. As you're standing there, it's getting less and less visible, as if it's fading away.
Oh man. I give ethics to Shard for he. I'm how far away am I for?
Like maybe 20 meters away.
Okay.
You can shout them, yes.
I shout back to him. Ethics, found something, and I step forward into the thing.
Okay.
Or
You
through
step
thing.
forward.
Yeah.
You cross the thing. You get on the other side where your coin is. You look back, and you see the thing is still rippling, although it's fading even more.
This is strange.
I would pick up the coin and look at it whether something happened to the coin.
It's covered in snow.
That's pretty weird.
I wave Itix to hurry to my position and would want to show him the thing if it's still there when he arrives. Yeah, she arrives.
So like, do I see him waving through the flurry of snow? Serge?
You mean waving a flurry of snow?
No. He said he's like gesturing me to come forth, right? But like, there's a flurry of snow between us. Do I see him?
Oh, yes, you do. It's not like a flurry of snow. It just, yeah, there's wind and there's snow. It's not actively snowing right now.
Okay. Yeah, I say, like nothing has changed when you pass the barrier. So I say, our friend knows the way back. You seem fine anyways. You're able. I will remain here.
Yeah, but look at this. What? Do you have an idea what this is?
And I start maybe moving the on the ground, moving the snow, shoving the snow away. Maybe there's something on the ground where the thing is in the air.
Okay. You start to shove the snow around. And let's see, is there actually something under the snow? Nope.
Oh. I get up from my knees and stare at the thing.
Have no idea.
I mean, could I know something about it or try to remember something about something like that?
I mean, you would know that there's some sort of magic,
Yeah.
but other than that, it's difficult to know what exactly it was.
Always needing a mage if no one is there. I guess you have no clue what it is. You're a magic being.
I shake my. Alright, I slowly, solemnly shake my head no.
What good?
And you hear screams of Ogloff in the background, like, "Hey, I found one! It looks funny though."
Oh,
And he looks down at the pool. So, Etix, Agrata, what do you do?
So how far am I from Aglar or whatever his name
Like
is?
10 meters, maybe.
Um,
Ogloff, his name.
Agloff. I don't imagine Etix will swim very well.
why would you swim?
I just have this scene in my head where Ogloff gets ripped down into the water, and bad stuff happens, and the ice might fall beneath us, but hey, that might not happen. So I'm imagining Etix having to swim here.
Uh-huh.
So I think there's no way I could like protect him from the badness. I don't have anything. I don't think that can really.
Okay, while he thinks,
I just watch.
Agrata,
Yeah, I just watch.
well, maybe you do something?
Is Itix? Are you still next to the thing?
You,
opening?
You
I was never
are
near it.
still next to the thing. Etix is like 10 meters away from the thing.
Yeah.
And you, Agrata, would be like 20 meters away from Ogloff.
Yeah. When Oglov shouts, I gesture to Itix.
But look, go to him and look what he found. I will.
And I grin. I will check this out here, and I grab my hammer and want to smack the eyes on this below the
There.
phenomena, because
Okay,
I mean I
good.
found nothing on the eyes. Maybe there's something beneath the eyes.
Sure.
And I want to
Of
charge
course,
the hammer.
of course. You want to charge the hammer?
Oh yeah, I will. I want.
Alright. So let's see how you charge it. You throw it high in the sky. Oh, it's charged up.
Yes.
And Etix, you look back at Ogloff, and he kneels a little bit, gets close to water, and waves his hand, like trying to wave a friend to come closer. And he's like, "Come, fishy, fishy, come. We're gonna eat you. Don't worry about that. Come on."
And he's a competent fishing guy, right? So it always happens. This doesn't help either. I watched the stupid man, and yeah, I just sit there and I wait for something to happen.
So you hear a thunderclap as lightning hits the hammer, and it lands back into Agrata's hand, crackling with blue energy.
Oh yes.
And of course, Ogloff just looks to the side and says, "You don't make too much sound. You're gonna scare off the fish." Yeah,
Smack the eyes.
you smack the ice.
Yeah. I
All
mean,
right.
I will at least try to not smack it right beneath me, but yeah. I can. I forgot that I can throw the hammer, so I would take a few steps back from the
Okay.
phenomena and then throw the hammer on the ice beneath
Throw
it.
the hammer on the ice. All right.
So strength.
Yep.
Well, not.
Yeah. You definitely do it, and let's see. Yeah, roll me damage. Roll me damage, and it's gonna determine whether or not it's okay. It's not really hard. You're very precise with your hammer, and you make a small opening, so it's good enough. It still shakes the thing a little bit, and Ogloff gets a bit closer to the opening.
I need to roll another T10 for the lightning damage, I guess.
You want to? Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
It's perfect, man. It's perfect.
Yeah.
You're very precise.
Yeah.
Alright, so Atix, you see Agratar just throwing his hammer, making a very tiny opening in the ice, and then catching it back. Like a pro.
And I wonder how, this isn't me, the player, being upset. This is Etix being upset. But Etix wonders how this is helping finding the Chaos Champion. So I wait.
Yes? So Ogloff once again shouts, "Stop making noises! The fishes don't like noises, don't you, fishy? Come on, just don't be afraid. Come to Ogloff. Yes, yes, you have big eyes. What sort of fish are you?"
Oh shit.
So, Agratar, Etix, what do you do?
Yeah, go on.
No, nothing. I was gonna say something, but I was like, I should have cast Word of Recall in that caravan, but I didn't. Oh well.
I take a look at the hole. I go near back to the.
Yep.
Yeah.
You going back, and the veil is very, very thin. It's like almost unnoticeable.
Yeah.
You wouldn't see it this time if you come here for the first. And you look down, you see there's water pouring through the hole you just made.
Yeah.
There's not too much to see. There's deep blackness in there. Almost nothing illuminates. Although, just some light that's passing through the hole you just made. There's some tiny fish in there. Swarming around.
So, this man fishes, right? Did he bring any fishing equipment?
Who?
The NPC where
Ogloff?
Yeah, Uncle.
He has a keg of schnapps. What else does he need?
So like he's gonna use his bare hands, basically.
I don't know what he's gonna do. Right now he's trying to persuade a big fish to just come at him.
Alright. Well, alright, I'm just getting an idea of what's going on.
Okay. So, as Agratar looking down, you look at Agratar, you look at Ogloff, and Ogloff was just like, "Oh, yes, how do you like to be cooked? With some onions or with some slight weird fruits? Oh, yeah, you like weird fruits? I heard there's some guys with weird fruits, yeah. I even heard they have big berries, like berries as big as this keg. Hey. And they're supposed to taste sweet, but I don't like sweet things. I like fiery things like snaps. And he takes another sip, and he's just like, "You like snaps, fishy?" And he pours some snaps into the water. And he says, "Come on, fishy, there's some snaps for you. This is gonna be cool."
So I don't see anything in the hole. Nothing specific.
Nope.
And the phenomenon is nearly gone now.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm really curious what that might be. Or was.
Yeah. I mean, it looks as if it was some sort of a spell that made people disappear into thin air. What could it be?
Yeah, but I mean, it didn't do anything for me, so. The trace of the molten footprints ended there, right? At
Yep.
the thing.
Exactly.
What could
It's
we
as
do?
if there was a spell, and
Yeah.
now there isn't. Ogloff looks back at Idix and says, "Hey girl, come here. I need you to help me catch the fish. I think it's a bit too big for me alone to pick it up."
I say, you have an able man right next to you.
And he's just like, "Where?" And
The
he starts
green
looking
one.
around. And he's like, "Oh, good. Oh, yeah." And he looks at you, Agrita, in the distance. And he's like, "Hey, come over here. We have a big fish. Like, I think it's big. I'm not sure, but it looks big. He said, come, give me a hand. I'm not sure I can pick it up alone. And he looks back at the water and says, I didn't tell you that we want to pick you up fish. It's just like, you're cool. You just come closer, yes. Don't worry about it. Just, fish can actually breathe. You just don't know about it. You should try."
I mean, I don't react to him. I'm still staring at the vanishing trace of a spell, and wondering what I could do. But I'm not. Yeah, I'm no mage, so Akrata has actually no clue.
So Avatar doesn't walk over to the guy.
No, he's
Nope.
not reacting.
Nope.
Mm.
He's standing there staring at into the thin air because from your place I think you see nothing in the air.
Yeah, I think I scurry over. Well, not a run, but I tread over.
Okay,
To
so you
gaze into the
start
pool.
moving towards Ogloff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you slowly, I guess, moving.
I'm not like creeping, more like walking speed.
Yeah, you're just walking speed, usual speed.
Yeah, I think.
Okay,
Yeah. Opposite side of the pool from the man.
So like I said, you're 10 meters away,
Okay.
and as you turn and you just start moving,
Yep.
you see he is just basically bent down. He looks at the water. He's continuously like talking to the fish he's supposed to see.
Yeah.
And just a moment later,
Mm-hmm.
a big pair of jaws just bursts out of the opening, snaps on him, and starts dragging him down. Oh, what do you do?
You had it
Alright.
coming.
So I'm 10 meters away, and this fish is how big? Like, you're talking like,
You manage to see the jaws.
yeah.
The jaws don't look like any fish jaws you ever saw. Look like more crocodile jaws.
Mm.
They grabbed Ogloff,
Yeah.
and basically each jaw is almost as big as himself,
Okay, so that's the size we're talking.
and it's dragging him down.
Oh yeah, he's gone already.
You have a
alright.
moment to react to do something.
I just walk away like nothing happened.
Okay, So, Agrita, you heal a splash, like...
I look up from the point in the air I was
Yep.
staring, and
What? Ethics, where did he go? What was that?
I say, the fish killed the man. This is a waste of time. I'm heading home, or to the city.
What? Why? And you only stood there? I thought you liked people.
I say, my followers are usually the intelligent sort. This one wasn't worth saving. I call back.
Ah. Well, your choice, but that's on you.
What's on me? A mortal man's life?
I shake my head, shrug, cause talk to myself.
Yeah, he has no idea what a human's life could be worth here down. Well,
Is the thing is still visible, or is it gone now?
No, it's gone. It's very fast. As if it's a predator thing.
Oh no, the phenomena, the magic thing.
Oh, the magic thing.
Yeah.
Oh, the magic thing... it's almost completely gone. Just a trace of it maybe left.
And I smell nothing or feel nothing on the touch when I grab into the walk through the phenomena.
You don't feel anything.
No.
If you go closer to maybe sniff the snow, there's some smell of sulfur.
Ah, I see. Okay, I mean, there's not much left to do here because I'm not the professional guy for this kind of things, and the trace ended there. So, and I don't know where this maybe portal or something like that headed, and I won't teleport to hell randomly. So, yeah, I go back to ITX.
well, the thing is gone, whatever it was. But I wonder where then it could be.
Etix says, perhaps in the creature's gullet as well. We'll never know. But, and she casts her eyes out to the wasteland. Are my tracks distinct in the snow?
Nope.
Alright, well, I look for them as I try to make my way back home. Or to the city.
Right. How are you looking for them?
I'm using my eyes, I'm using, so, like, there's no snow, so we have the idea of, like, where the sun is, right? In the sky?
Yes.
Okay, so based on like direction I traveled and based on like, you know, the sun's position and based on any tracks I could find, I'm using that to guide my way to the city.
Okay. That sounds like you're trying to use your intelligence to really point out the location of the city.
Well, I'm just like observing my environment, yes. Wouldn't that
yes.
be wisdom?
What time of day do we have?
That would be midday right now.
Ah, okay, so we
It's not dark.
Okay, we started in the morning.
Yeah, you started in the morning. Now it's like midday.
Okay, that's
So
nice.
probably up on the evening, if you manage to get there as fast as you got here, you'll be in the city.
So, yeah, so would this be wisdom because I'm just looking at my environment?
You looking at the environment, yes, but you're trying to use the sun as the pointing thing, and that's more of cosmology, more of intelligence.
You think so?
If you're trying to just observe the trails and try to stick close to the ground, not thinking about any movement of the stars in the sky, and that would be closer to wisdom, yes.
Alright. Yeah, I'm more so looking for the tracks I left, and the others are pack.
Okay,
Alright. So
you
wisdom
can try
then?
that.
Alright, let's try it.
Okay, you do find the tracks. So what do you want to do with them?
I follow them back to the city?
The thing about tracks, the more fresh they are, the more distinct they are. So you did find them. But you do understand that you can follow them back, but the further you go, the less visible they get.
Okay, so I imagine, how was our travel? Was there a lot of like turning, or was it just a straight line out to this location?
Well, at first it was a straight line. Then Oglov got drunk.
And this location is kind of like a lot of flatlands,
Yes,
so I can't see the city in the distance from here.
not right now.
It's only been a few hours. Yeah, I keep walking. I'm just gonna walk until I see some sign of civilization, either the caravans or the city itself.
Okay. So you keep walking, Agratar, you just follow him.
Nope. Since I got not the impression that Itix cares at all for our goal out here, at least in the lake, and or for Denlin,
Okay.
I won't follow her right away back because I'm not giving up on the search for Denlin. I mean, it looks like Denlin and the as I think the lady and her two magic bodyguards, they left, and that by magic, but I'm not convinced that they left the area completely. So
All right.
when Etix left, I would stay a while at the in the area where the phenomena was, and I guess there are still those schnapps casks.
I mean, would Etix leave them?
When he takes leave,
I mean, you had the two of
two
them, the
casks.
poison ones.
Yes.
I did. Taking back to town could use it somehow. I think I would leave one. Yeah, I would leave one there.
All right. Why would you leave it there?
Because, well, I think I would leave it there because A, like Etix doesn't want to carry too much shit, and
Okay.
B, God, I don't think Agratar drinks. I hope he doesn't drink. He didn't drink any on the way here.
I mean, if then there would be still the half filled keg where Aglov drank from. So.
Are
Well,
you
he threw it into
sure?
the pool of water.
He poured
he
everything
poured
out of it.
Not
Yeah.
everything, but
No.
it did go down along with him. So-
That's true. Yeah. Yeah, I left it there because Etix doesn't want to carry shit.
Okay.
She kept one to maybe poison someone or
Sure,
I know.
sure. So, Agratar, there's one keg lying on the snow.
And you know Etix touched it. That's maybe enough to be wary.
I'm not interested into the booze. I mean, I only bought it for Aglov, so I don't care about. I wonder maybe why you overall carried both the kegs all the way, and then only took one of it back. But I don't really care.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm still thinking about then, and looking across the the landscape. Yeah. And what is Etix doing? Do you leave completely or?
Yeah, Etex is trying to make it back to the city.
Yeah.
She wants to she didn't say this, I guess, but she wants to speak to that crone you spoke with, the one with the bones.
Yeah, you had the chance.
I did, but Etix didn't understand what service she was providing.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah, true.
Yeah. And then you told me that on the way to this location.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't care. Akrita doesn't care what Atix is doing, and he will summon Snowflake and will use her to search the area of the. How big is the lake? Is it like
It would be like maybe half a kilometer in diameter.
Oh, okay. Then it's yeah. Then Akrita would use Snowflake to first to search the area around the shoreline of the lake, whether he like 50 meters above 20 to 50 meters above the ground, and when he doesn't find anything, he would fly back to the city.
Okay. So you do fly around, and when you actually get high up, you manage to see something weird on the snow, right on the edge of the lake. Technically, it would be the opposite edge of where you came up to it.
Yeah.
And you see a black dot. When you get a bit closer, it's getting bigger, and it's shaped like a cat.
Oh, black.
Yes.
Yeah, I go immediately down because I got this feeling that might be oh, what was her name?
Liana.
Oh, Liana, right.
Yes. So you do get down, and it is Liana, wearing her fancy collar. And she looks
Right.
back at you, she snarls a little like Shah! And then she recognizes you and the snowflake. She comes closer. She looks really, really tired, and her fur is partially frozen. Looks like she got out of the water, maybe.
Wow. I pet her, or at least try, and then try to somehow ask her. Try to show her that I'm searching for Denlin. Maybe
Yeah.
if I can do this somehow.
She's not that
Yeah.
understanding of what you're trying to tell her. So she just tries to get close to the griffin because the griffin seems to be warm.
Yeah. Did I recognize anything around? Some irregularities in the landscape, in the ice, or something like that? I mean, she had to come out of the water somewhere.
Yes, yes. When you actually spend some time looking around, you do manage to find a crack in the water that's big enough to fit a human being or maybe an elf being.
Are there traces around the water? Any traces
Some traces, yes.
around the hole?
Not the melted one, though. This ones look like somebody pierced the snow with small spears or something. For some reason. It just has deep things pushed in the snow.
But there's nothing left, no sticks or something like that in the ice.
No.
Is there Is there a trace in the
Yeah,
snow on the ice?
you can probably follow it a little bit.
Yeah, I would
And
try.
when you actually do that, you do see the same apparition you saw before.
Ah. Portals of some sort. Well, that means that they were traveling from one point to the other somehow, and now
Maybe.
are
That could be the thing.
yeah. I mean,
Could
the
be.
thing is, there was also a similar trace in the room where Dan and me slept. So
Huh?
at least there was the smell of it.
Yes. So, Edix, you actually managed to get to the road. And
Oh, boy.
the road definitely leads somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Question is, which way is
Which
it?
way? I mean, I just got there by caravan,
Yes. You've been inside of the wagon along
so
with the
I guess I
fruits.
just go one direction. It doesn't matter which, and if I see the tracks get like significantly harder to look at,
Okay.
then I'll go the other way. I
Okay.
make haste in
Okay.
either case.
So, let's see if you go the right way.
Yeah.
No.
Aw. Okay.
uh,
Guess I'm going the wrong way.
yeah, you've spent like a couple more hours just walking around, and you starting to understand that nope, you were actually working away from the city.
Okay.
Shit.
I turn around and go the other way.
Yeah. Okay. So, Agratar, you finished your investigation. What are you gonna do now?
I do the most obvious thing ever. I shout very loud for Denlin.
Okay.
Denlon, are you there somewhere? Denlon?
Only the wind.
Yeah. Agratar turns to the griffin and looks at
The panther.
yeah. Ah, Liana?
Leanna, yes.
Liana. What should I do now? He's only thinking loud. He doesn't expect an answer.
Yeah, and the panther is like, ah! And she's trying to rub herself off the griffin. The griffin is not really likes it. So, yeah.
I would. Yeah. Can I pull a blanket out of my adventuring gear bag and
Okay.
rub her dry at least?
You're trying to rub a cat.
Yeah, maybe she likes the effort.
To be rubbed by weird green scaly dudes.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe she is.
I'm
So,
not completely foreign to her, so maybe.
maybe. It's still a risk.
Yeah, of course.
So, do you want to risk it?
I mean, I would try. I mean, I noticed
Yeah, if she looks
trying,
upset.
and then she gets. I wouldn't for sure not continue because I.
Okay,
don't
okay.
mess with
Yeah,
them.
you start trying to do that. At first, she's not really annoyed, but then she starts growling at you like, and yeah, you feel that you should stop.
Yeah, I definitely do. So.
I don't. Well, then freeze.
Yeah.
Um.
So the snowflake is getting quite irritated, and you feel like she's
Yeah.
trying to tell you that time is almost up, and if you want her to do anything, you should hurry up.
I mean, I would have liked to find more concrete trace of Denland, but there's obviously nothing obvious around here besides those traces of portals. So I go back on Snowflake and I gesture to
Leanna?
oh my god, yeah, I have to write that down.
It's okay.
Leanna, whether she would like to come on the griffin somehow and fly away.
Yeah, that looks and feels awkward for everyone,
Yeah.
but she does manage to do this.
And yeah, I would as the last task for Snowflake, fly back to the city.
Yeah, so you're flying back, and you actually manage to see the city from the where the griffin is, because there's almost no snow and wind at the height. And you actually see the road that's leading to the city, and there's a small thing just walking on the road, holding a keg. It looks like Edix.
Do I
Definitely.
recognize her from high above?
Well, she has a very distinct, very long robe. So,
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, I go down a bit and shout at her and gesture in the other direction. So, I mean, the griffin is not that big, and of course not that familiar that I would risk trying to get her on the griffin together with the panther. So,
Okay.
and since
Cool.
I at least until now we are not that close, I also have no bad
Feeling.
yeah, but
Okay.
I mean
Okay.
she left on her own terms, so
Yeah. Okay.
Pix acknowledges you.
So basically, you arrive to the city almost at the same time. So you get close to the main gate, I guess, Etix?
This isn't gonna go well for anyone involved. I don't think. So before I get there,
Okay.
oh man, I might make this really bloody.
I mean, you see Agrata just landing on a griffin there. Just a panther jumps down, he jumps down, the griffin just disappeared in the thin air. One of the guards comes up to him, says something, you're not sure what, you're a bit far.
Let's not escalate right away. I just approach the gates.
Okay. So, Agrata, you're very well known and well versed in magic items guard. He comes up to you and he says, "Oh, hello there. You seem to come and go very often now."
Sort of. Yeah. Not
So-
that I would like to, but
You went off fishing with Oglov, haven't you?
yeah, didn't turn out good for Aglaf.
What do you mean?
He fell into you know him, he drank.
Yes.
He wanted to fish,
Yes.
and he fell into the hole.
Where? He would never fill in the hole.
He fed the snaps to the fish, and he
Yeah.
wanted to catch the fish, and then the fish, yeah, came out and dragged him with it.
What? The fish? Came
Yeah,
out?
something. I did. So, he vanished from one moment to another. So I guess it was the fish he was looking for.
Are you drunk as well?
Me not. I didn't touch anything of that.
Fish doesn't go out of the water.
Maybe
Unless
it
you
was something
catch
else.
it?
I don't know what is living in this lake. So who knows?
So you're saying Oglov is dead?
I don't know. He vanished. So I don't know the lake. He vanished like my friend did the elf, so maybe that was the same thing.
The god seems very perplexed by what you just said. And Etix, right about the thing, you can get close to them.
Oh, okay. So I am approaching Agritar and the guard.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the god notices you and he says, "Oi there, little girl. Tell me, what happened to Ogloff?"
I say, I watched him be devoured by a creature with a maw the size of you.
What?
And the
Do I
god
need
is
to repeat
even...
to myself?
Yeah, and the god is even more surprised, like, So you didn't see the creature, and you saw the creature, and you saying he fell, and you saying he was eaten.
Oh no, I said that I wasn't sure because I saw nothing. I was not paying attention. I was not next to him. I guessed he was drunk and was sitting right next to a hole in the ice. And then he was vanished. I didn't see what happened, so I'm surprised as you are.
It's definitely weird. Well, don't stand around. Get into town. We'll need to investigate.
Thank you. What time of day is it?
It
It's
would
been a
be,
few hours. At
yeah,
least.
it would be starting to dawn.
Dawn?
Just starting, like, maybe around...
No, you mean
maybe-
dusk? Like sunset, right?
Oh, yeah. That would be like 4 p.m., something like
Sure. I'm just trying to get an idea. I say, to the guard, I say, I would like to speak with the crone after this. Is she available?
that. He is obviously distracted by what you said to him before, and he's like, what? Oh,
The
you-
bone caster.
oh, you mean Greta? I don't know. You just get her. Maybe she's there. Maybe she's no.
I nod, and I like scurry ahead.
Okay.
Uh,
So Agrata, you are followed by the wonderful Black Panther. Where do you go?
for now, I follow at least Etix into the city.
Okay.
Yeah, do I know what you're planning, Etix?
I don't think so, unless you ask me.
I guess I would when we enter the city. So
What's the plan now?
I say, from what you described, the crone has some hand in divination magics. That I do not. I suspect she will be key in hunting down this Chaos Champion.
Might be a good call, so yeah, let's go. Maybe there's connection to the vanishing of Danlin.
Yes. Perhaps. And I proceed.
All right. So you want to go straight up to the thing?
Yeah. If there's a line, I wait in line.
Yeah.
Okay. So you go there.
Yep.
Once again, there's no line.
Mm-hmm.
There's just a shack.
Yep.
So do you knock? What do
Is
you
the
do?
boy around?
You don't see him.
Okay, I knock on the door.
Okay. After a few knocks, boy opens the door. He looks at you and he says, "What are you here for?"
I want to speak with Greta.
Well, you had your chance, but you skipped it, so it's not her turn yet.
I'm sorry.
Maybe she's gonna see you, maybe not. I don't know. Up to her.
I'll wait.
Sure.
Okay.
You wait for some time. after the door opens and some guy gets out, the boy walks out as well. A few moments later, he closes the door behind him, and he starts walking somewhere towards the main city to the south.
I try to open the door. I mean, actually, no. I probably was towards the building. I walked up to the shack and
Okay.
I tried to open the door. And this was like guards standing there, obviously.
No. The door opens.
All right. I say, Greta, are you here? I look
There's
inside.
Silence. There's a place with a whole bunch of levers stacked on top of each other.
Levers?
Yeah, levers.
Like
Letters.
whenever
Like
I think of a lever, I
skins.
think of like
Skins
skin.
of things
Gotcha.
stacked on top of each other.
Yeah. So Greta doesn't seem to be in here. Are there any other rooms?
No.
For some reason?
You see the entrance thing, and there's a couple of rooms to the left
Okay.
and to the right. So
Yeah.
you can check them if you want.
Yeah. I say, Greta, I was brought here by your boy. It's my turn to speak with you.
There's
Any
silence.
respond? Yeah. I go searching inside.
Okay. I'm just gonna roll if there's Greta around. Nope. She's not there.
I didn't see her step out, did I?
Yeah, that's really odd.
I want to search the place for like any signs of obvious, like I cast a spell here, so there's residue, right?
Yeah, good call.
Well, any obvious things like that are not there. There's a whole bunch of little bones and fetishes wiggling around.
Any windows or back doors?
No windows, actually.
No back doors.
No back doors.
I searched the place top to bottom.
Okay. You search the place, top to bottom.
I
You
discern
brush through
reality?
the levers. You brush through the things. You check the main fire.
Mm-hmm.
It does provide some heat. No magical dust around, no things like that.
Uh-huh.
You do see the trail of her knees, so she was probably crawling around the fire. From what Agrita explained to you, that's how she moves usually. So
On her knees.
yes.
So no discern realities.
Nope.
Really? Okay. So there's bones that she casts. I grab a few of the bones and I play with them in my hand.
Okay.
And I'm just like, I just toss them.
Okay.
Anything?
Nope.
So he described to me that Greta just like throws bones and just says stuff, right?
Yeah, sort of.
How did you describe it, Agrita?
I mean, I wasn't for sure didn't go into much detail about the bone throwing thing, but I roughly described what happened and what actions were made, but mainly keeping to the necessary details of what she said.
Okay, cool. So, Agrita, I presume you're staying outside of the shack, right?
Yeah, with the pen with Leanna.
Yeah, cool. So you see Sock going back, and there's a lady covered in a fur coat following him.
Sock is the boy.
Yeah, he's a
Okay,
boy.
yeah.
A freckled boy.
And where does he go with the lady in behind him?
He's going to the shack.
Ah.
Does the crone have a bed? Or a place where she would
There's
sleep
some
or something?
furs stacked on top of each other, so it could be used as a bed, yes.
Yeah, I curl up there.
Okay. So, Sock
What?
opens
Yeah.
the door to the shack, unless you're doing something, Agrita.
Do I have the impression that the lady following him in the cloak is is old Greta?
No.
Oh, okay.
She's a young lady. Well, not like young, but she's way younger than the old crone.
Okay. So that could possible. It would be possible that this is the lady. Also Ingrid and at least Ingrid told me about accompanying Denlin.
I mean, she doesn't have any robes,
Oh, okay.
just a fur coat.
Okay. In this case, I would wouldn't disturb them, but when they enter the hut, I would go close to hear if some ruckus is going on inside or something happens.
Okay.
But I wouldn't go follow them
So-
inside or something like that.
Shah goes inside, the lady as well. You hear them walk in, and he says, "You can put your coat here." And he goes back into the room with the fire. He looks at you, Idix, and he's just like, "Now, what did I tell you? I told you to wait. Outside. Why are you here?"
Say, it was cold out there, and I grew tired of waiting.
"Well, that's not my problem. See? This lady is here to see Greta. So, move along."
I say, I gesture a hand out, like, and where might she be?
Who?
Greta.
Why would I know?
I say, when do you suspect she will return here?
Right when you leave. Just move it on.
I chuckle. I leave.
Okay. You walk out. And I guess, do you wait more?
Yeah,
Okay. You wait more.
you seem pretty civil.
Yes. So the door opens, the lady goes out. A few moments later, Sark also goes out, and he goes to the north side of the city.
I continue to wait until he calls me,
Okay.
if he does. So maybe I'm like gonna make camp here.
So there's just you're standing around. Meanwhile, Agrata, your swords keeping telling you just ways to kill people, especially little boys and small centipede-like things. Especially if you put them together, just basically slice and dice them, and there's gonna be a fine cake. Tempting, isn't it?
I mean, slicing and dicing is always tempting.
Yes, yes.
I mean, especially after the unsuccessful search out at the lake, and I mean it was not completely unsuccessful, but we didn't find Denver, so I would return with Leanna back to the inn. I would tell Etix that
Yes.
the boy would surely find her if it's her turn, so she could come along back to the inn, but I will definitely go back to the inn.
Oh, I see. So he's like, the boy will find me if it's my turn, so I can just go with him to the end, right?
It looks like so.
I don't think there's anything to gain by sitting here.
I mean, I'm
except-
not sure, but I have the impression that
Yeah.
he fetched the one whose turn it is. And I want to go back to the room and look again. Maybe I didn't search the room for any clues. Maybe there's.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
I think I go back to the inn with him. Although, like, if I go to the inn and I hear that it's like raucous and like there's people
Okay.
like punching each other. It's really crowded. I'm not gonna go in.
Of course, of course. Well, people are not punching each other. There's some shouting, there's some singing, there's some people trying to, uh, well, make moves at Ingrid. Doesn't end up well for them. So, yes,
appear in the
that's the
window
usual day.
All right. So is it my understanding that they have like rooms on the top floor or something?
Yes, I do have.
All right, cool. I just ask for a room,
So,
or maybe I ask for a room.
So you go in, and you're trying to maneuver your way around people.
Well, you described them shouting and like making moves on a grid.
Yeah,
Are
yeah.
there people like moving about a lot?
Well, not a lot, but it's still crowded. It's mostly, well, it's not the only way to get drunk, but it's one of the most popular places to get drunk.
I don't like this scene. I don't like this scene that's happening. That's about to happen. Okay, so the top floor, does it have windows?
Yes, there are some windows.
Is the building frozen? Like, is
It's
there
not
for some
like-
reason ice?
It's not
on it?
frozen. It's covered in snow, yes. There's snow on the rooftop.
Are there people still milling about?
You mean outside?
On
Yes.
the rooftop?
No, not on the rooftop.
Well, some, not too many.
Do I think like I would be able to crawl up a wall without being spotted?
I would say that crawling up a wall would be difficult, and not being spotted would be even more difficult.
Okay. I just would go back to the spot I was waiting at.
Oh, okay.
At the heart of
Yes.
Greta?
Yeah.
Near the shack. Okay.
Okay.
You just go near the shack. And Agrita, as you return to the room, you're starting to look around. Nothing actually comes up. And you start to look outside and you see that the sun is about to set. And you
Yeah.
remember that you wanted to go to Old Cross to get your helmet
Oh yeah.
before dark.
Yeah, I would hurry to do that. And on the way maybe well, that can wait till tomorrow, because I would on the next morning I would ask Ingrid whether she could send a boy with a message to the chieftain that we lost Aglov. I mean, since I didn't see exactly how he died, I won't point it out that who might be responsible for that, but I think we should tell him, give him a hint that we lost him.
So, noted. And you do manage to get to the Old Cross.
Yeah.
And he looks at you and says, "Ah, so you're here for your helmet, eh?
Aye.
Well, here it is." And he hands you a helmet that almost matches the color of your armor. Almost.
Nice.
I guess he did what he could. It fits very well. And he says, "This thing can protect you from various things that can snap your head. I tried to implement a new thingy on it. See, my cousin, he does some runic work on the back, you know, and he knows this rune that's supposed to protect your head from, like, evil enchantments and whatnot. So maybe it's even gonna do that. Although I'm not sure. Just if you ever not be affected by evil enchantments, you come see me and tell me I done a good job."
I will. That sounds intriguing. Thanks for the good work. It looks quite good.
Of course. Everything I do looks good.
Yeah, I nod. Yeah, taking the helm, and would hurry back to the inn because it's close to dark, I guess.
Yes.
Have a
And
good night.
and yes, you leave and you get close to the inn, and by the time when you do, it's almost dark. Etix, you see another person go out, and Shark also going out. He comes up to you, and he said, "Well, I don't think today's your day, but if you want to stay here for the night, I wouldn't stay outside."
I need to ask a question now. How easy would it be to strangle this kid? No, kidding. Question is actually, so if I cast Sanctuary, if I go to sleep, does it stop?
You
Just
would.
as you cast the spell, you walk a permanent area, consecrate your deed, blah blah. As long as you stay within that area, you are alerted whenever someone acts with malice within the sanctuary, including
Oh,
entering.
it's not dispelled if you sleep. No.
Okay, I'm just checking.
But
And
you
also,
might freeze to death if you stay outside.
Yeah.
well, hold
that
on.
could be a
So
thing.
I have another question. I have a spell called Endure, which is what I wrote. As long as this spell is ongoing, you and an ally you touch can endure extremes of heat and cold that would normally cause harm.
Ooh.
So does that go away if I sleep?
Good question. Is it ongoing?
It says as long as this spell is ongoing.
Yeah, it's ongoing. So that would require you to be conscious.
Yeah.
Let me see if I have another spell that's. Let's see. Someone's burning, blah blah. While the spell's ongoing, yeah. So any ongoing spell, it's not active as I sleep. Okay. I could just stay up the night. I think I'll do that. I wave him away. I say I'll be here the next day.
Okay, sure. So he just walks out.
Yep. And so I cast my spell. Endure.
All right. Let's start
Oh,
from that.
boy. Alright, good. I'll forget it until I
Nice.
sleep.
Okay, you forget it until you sleep. Do you cast Sanctuary?
Well, I'm staying up. So almost
Okay.
night. Yeah, I'm not afraid. So I guess yeah. I'm just gonna stay up the night. I'm not gonna cast Sanctuary.
Okay. So, as the sun sets, you see everyone around just start middling, closing the doors, closing the windows.
Yep. If I took my time, could I get on top of a building?
Well, yes. Not on Chief's hut.
Well, not yeah. I'll just
But-
get up on some random building. Well, actually,
Random
if I
building.
get up, that might be weird in the morning. Yeah, that'd be weird. But I want to get stabbed. It's fine. I'll stay on the ground floor.
Okay. You stand in near the shack. And Agrita, everyone around you, just even the drunk ones, are being helped out of the inn. And Ingrid is personally overseeing this process. And she looks at you and she says, well, you should get to your room, and you do so.
Yeah.
And a couple of hours later, when it's almost dark, you hear a knock on your door.
Okay. Yeah, I go to the door. I would assume I don't. I mean, I would
wouldn't sleep with all my stuff on me, but with most of it, and go to the door and
Okay.
look where he is, who is there. So yeah.
Okay, yeah. You ask who's there, and you hear Ingrid's voice like, "It's me, Ingrid. Did you close the window?"
Yeah, I guess I did. Especially with the cold outside.
Yeah, just
Yes.
check if it's closed. Today's would be a shiny night.
I remember what I know from the guys in the city, and shrug and make sure the window is shut, because I don't know what is really going on here, but all the people in the city are taking this very serious. So I yeah I
Yeah,
would look after that.
and you do that. It's cool. The panther looks a bit agitated, but nothing too serious. And Etix, you see the guards near the chieftain's hut starting to walk in. One of them sees you, and he walks close, and he says, hey, go. Why not inside?
I say, I'm waiting to speak with Greta.
You can do it tomorrow, when Sark gets back. Just get back home.
When what? Excuse me?
When Sark gets back, the boy, he's gonna call you. You're not gonna miss it. Don't worry.
I will be the first to speak with Greta the next day.
Of course, but you should get inside. Today's gonna be a shiny night.
A shiny night?
Yes,
And what does that mean?
that's when the snake comes out.
You let a snake through your city?
Well,
Isn't the chieftain a great warrior?
yes.
And yet we live in fear.
Well, it's not like we're afraid or just we just don't mess with a snake. That's all.
I say, sadly, I have no home to return to. I am a traveler.
You should go to the inn then. Maybe they'll just give you a place to stay.
I say, do I hear the sounds of the inn now?
No.
Okay. I'll say, that is probably for the best. And I go to the inn,
Okay.
knock on the door.
So you
If
knock
it's
on the
closed,
door. Yes, it is closed. And a couple of knocks later, Ingrid opens the door. She looks at you and she says, "Oh, what a peculiar creature you are."
I say, I hear that a terrible snake will be visiting the city. I need a place to stay. I have coin.
Well, all right then. Come on in.
I do so. How much coin will it be for a room?
That would be a free coin.
I hand it to her.
She points you on the stairs up and she says, "Let me show you to the room then."
Okay, I let her do so.
So you do so. You get a nice room with a very comfy bed, some tables, some wardrobes to take your robe off if you want.
I nod. I say,
And she says, "Be sure to check if the windows are closed." Well, never mind. Let me check myself. And she checks it. She double checks it. And she turns to you and she says, "Well, just don't open them till the morning, okay?"
yeah, I say, oh, yes, I thought you might like this back. It was from, I think to self, what's the guy's name again? Aglin?
Oglov.
Oglob. Say, this was Oglov's keg before he passed away. And he placed it on the bed for her to take.
And she's like, "Passed away?"
They say, yes, he was devoured by a creature with a maw the size of a man.
What?
I speak the truth.
What? Where? How?
She thinks to herself, by the fishing spot he spoke of. I traveled with the green warrior thing.
So?
Oglaf. He went to that spot he praised so and became the prey
Of what?
of a large creature.
What large creature?
I know not its origins, but it had the maw size of the man and it devoured him whole.
What? Where did the creature come from? How did you get back if it got Ogloff? How didn't it get you? What? Just, did you tell to the gods?
Satisfied with its meal? Oh, yes, we did when we returned. They didn't believe our words either.
It's nonsense. Well, never mind. Just get to sleep. Don't open the windows. Just
Yeah, I leave the cake for her to take if she wants it.
she doesn't pay any attention to the keg. She just closes.
Come
the door.
on, you don't think so?
No.
Still good.
I mean,
Right.
we paid for the cake, so.
Right now, she's perplexed by what you said to her. She's a bit,
Sure.
yeah.
Okay.
She has other stuff on her mind.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, when you both get curled up in your comfy beds, and the panther is starting to snore a little bit in the corner of Agratar's room, you see slight blinks of light coming from the closed windows. And then you hear almost a thunder, like and then they shine even brighter, then they start turn colors, and different things are starting to happen, and it all shakes down. And I guess that could be an interesting way to stop.
Yeah, sounds good.
I concur.
The
So,
night is bright, full of shadows. Full of
maybe
flowers.
full of shiny lights, I would say.
Yeah, I'm curious what is going to happen there with the snake and so all the myths going on there in the city. What, by the way, what was the name of the city?
Oh, the name of the city? It was Karadum.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, how did you like today's campaign?
I mean, it was kind of interesting because at least Agratar never came in this situation where he actually searched for something that wasn't obvious. I mean, the most things we encountered were the one way or the other more or less obvious, but
Yeah.
and that was a very interesting part because I love the change of pace we got this time
Oh yeah.
with the
It
search.
was.
Yeah, I tried to make it moderate, like not too many things happened, although just some funny things happened, of course.
Yeah, definitely, and also with the with the old Greta. And we still live, so it was a good session.
Yeah.
We're alive. The session is
I'm
great.
thankful for every session we survived.
That's one good way to look at it. For me, yeah, I think this session was kind of necessary for us to like figure out how the city is and what propels it, you know. So yeah, it's necessary in that way. But yeah, I'm just trying to understand like the culture here. Cause like, yeah, this great warrior who felled so many men and they're afraid of a snake. Like, and they have walls. They're a militant civilization, it seems, and they're allowing this
Yeah.
to happen. So,
Yeah.
you know,
That's definitely strange.
Yeah.
and the creature that came out of the water. I mean, I guess our characters like. I guess Etix wasn't just she didn't have the tools to investigate that scene. Like I could have just been like, I'm immune to drowning and I can be immune to the cold of the water and I could go see what the shit's down there. But I can't swim. So
Yeah.
like I just had to play it smart and keep my distance, you know.
I mean, and the strange thing is, everyone we told about so far what happened, they were all kind of surprised or shocked that something dangerous is in the sea. So I'm very curious what we might find out further. So
Yeah, it's
Go
not
on.
a sea, it's a lake. So
yeah.
it's very weird.
I mean, no one thought about that, and that is definitely not a common thing that it's dangerous to go fishing. And
Yeah.
I mean, Aglov was alive until something surprisingly greedy and big ate him.
I would have been more active had I remembered to cast that spell of recall, like in our investigating the wastes. Because if I failed out there, I'd be fucked. We'd be fucked. We're out in the middle of nowhere, like in the wastes. We don't know our way back. I couldn't risk rolling so much.
I mean, at least Itix. I mean, if Itix would have asked Agrada about it,
Yeah.
she would have known that that wasn't actually any problem. So.
That he has a ton of magical trinkets.
Yeah.
Just a metric ton of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's okay. Moving forward, I'll be try to be more aware of what you have on you as well. Yeah, because I thought like if we fail, we just get lost and we're dead. That's it.
I mean,
I
the
mean,
most
it
the
was
most
logical.
funny part for me is when they actually forget to use all the stuff they have, and I'm just chuckling in the background as I understand they can just easily solve the situation, and they don't. So yeah, I like it.
But I'm happy with the. I guess I'm like content with the session, but like I feel as though I'm found wanting. But I think it's because I wasn't being active enough. But I played it safe ultimately. Like
I mean,
Yeah,
it
you
was
did.
logical. It did fit to the character, so.
yeah, absolutely. But yeah, so end of session questions perhaps.
Of course, of course. So, did you actually learn anything new about Mortal World?
I learned they're afraid of snakes.
Yeah, that would be a
Does that
thing.
count? They're afraid of, to be honest, they're afraid of some powerful snake, at least this city.
Yeah.
I mean, but humans are always afraid of like things that are more powerful than them, right? Is that really learning something new?
I mean, it would be new for Itix. It's not new for Agrotar.
I mean, I'm a god. Like, I think I would see humans be afraid of things.
You were.
I was a god, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, but I don't think I really learned anything then, because like humans are afraid of something that might kill them. That's not very new, actually.
It's not?
Nope.
Okay. So
I
you're saying
guess-
you didn't learn anything else?
Not really. I mean, we could. Well, we met old Greta, but at least Greta. It isn't the first old woman. Not the first old and strange woman they encountered. So. That's quite a common thing on the market.
Yeah, like divination magic is an alien for gods, especially,
Yes,
right?
yes, of course.
So yeah,
Alright.
nothing really new. So.
Okay, so no traditions, no error. Okay, it's cool. So did you finish a given quest?
Nope.
Oh, I was trying, but yeah.
Nah, no luck there. And did you prove yourself capable to achieve ascendance?
Nope.
I mean,
Not me.
Etix did solve a few problems for herself. I don't know
Okay.
if it's really
Getting a cloak.
Yeah, getting a cloak when you're like a centipede person, like
Yeah.
you're gonna have the town trying to murder me this session. with
It's
my
a
roll system.
challenge.
That was a challenge for Etix. I mean, I think Etix proved that she can use her resources well to like, survive up here, right?
Okay.
But I'm not sure if it's worthy of ascension.
I wouldn't say that, no.
Okay, so no
So, how about
alignments.
alignments? Yes.
I was really thinking about harming people this session, but I did not. I was gonna like take the guy who was like talking to the fish and make him immune to like coldness and just push him in. You want to see the fish so much? Here you go. But yeah, I was thinking of like just basically sitting on Greta's hut and like just killing anyone who just displeased me.
That would go so well.
I
At
know,
least
right?
try.
Etix, I gotta remember, like, Etix, though, like, as the character is very, like, she's just, it hasn't really hit her yet that she's mortal, you know?
I get it.
Yeah, true story. Yeah.
So I'm trying to always keep that in mind. Like, that's why I just went in. I was like, okay.
No near-death experience yet.
Yeah, no near-death experience yet for Etix, so she just still feels invulnerable.
Yeah, don't worry, we'll get there.
We will, I'm sure.
Nice. Well, I didn't mess up the convention, so
Yeah.
can't massacre.
You played it safe. You didn't listen to the pesky sword.
Yeah, I mean.
And
yeah.
right now, I'm just saying the sword would be mildly annoyed by your behavior, so maybe
Yeah,
maybe
I mean,
something is gonna start happening.
I understand that. Yeah.
I mean, I'm surprised Agritar, like, was, we need to find the elf man. And like, what? You're the god of war. You could do this shit yourself, can't you? But, I guess Etix needs to learn more about the god of war, actually. She's judging him book by the cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the last time you experienced him, it might have been at least passively in heaven, where he did actually some war things. So,
Yeah.
and you were not there in the when we did the massacre in the throne room, so
Yeah.
it was quite entertaining.
Yeah. I'm surprised Agritar wasn't just like, excuse me, Chief? I'm Chief now. Kills him. Like, that could have been a great way to get some followers. Not sure if Agritar wants that, but
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm
That
not
would
so
be
sure about
if it works this way.
yeah.
that. Exactly.
Yeah.
I have slain your leader. Worship me, and they all just attack him.
Yeah, the gods of my guide. This doesn't work that way. Come on.
Well, yeah. I guess we have a lot of interesting stuff in store.
Yes.
And Damon would sure be very surprised by the condition he's gonna find himself in.
I'm sure of that. Curious myself.
Well, it's been nice playing with you guys,
Yeah, thank you.
and I will bid you a good night.
Yeah.
Take care.
Take care. Have a good night, guys. See ya.
See you.